Episode 65. This is the last episode of Takoyaki Party for the year 2020. Last numbered episode, rather. My name is Matt, and as of 5 hours ago, I don't have to go back to work for the next 23 days.
What the fuck?
Wow, long break.
Because I'm on winter break, baby. Woo! Jingle bells, jingle bells. Okay. I'm joined by Jeff.
Happy birthday, Chihhi.
Happy birthday.
Smoked.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out if she matches grad at her state town site tomorrow.
She won't. You can take my word, she won't.
Famous last words.
Oh, okay.
Famous last words. Yeah.
Famous last words. And we also got Ryan with us.
Hello. I still have to go to work until the 28th.
Dang, that's really late. Despite all this free time, though, I'm not going anywhere because Corona has gotten worse now in Japan.
Hey, there was like a 20% decrease in number of cases today.
Okay, yeah.
See, I can.
But we'll get like
manipulate numbers if I want to.
We'll get like a 80% increase in like
Tomorrow.
a week or 2 weeks. Yeah.
Usually Thursdays are the worst, right? For some reason.
Middle of the week, yeah. So that's happening, yeah. But this is the last normal episode of NMB Takoyaki Party. Doing it a bit earlier, and it might be a bit shorter. We'll see. We had a bunch of crap at the end in our pre-planning meeting. That's because we're going to be doing our end-of-the-year special podcast later this month. We'll have more information about that at the end of the show, if I can remember that. I have it written down, but we'll see. We'll see how tired we are after like 2 hours of rambling. 3 hours rambling. Okay, so let's kick things off with some news. And not really news, it's more just like talking about some stuff that happened on TV and on the web. A bunch of shows happened recently. First up is My Playlist 7.
It's not a TV show.
It's a fake TV show on Akarin's YouTube channel, but it's like weirdly, like really well produced.
It was like
it had
super
a super high budget.
Value,
yeah, it was basically, so they kind of did like their own version of like Music Station or like some other like, big Japanese TV show, show.
Yeah.
It had hosts, so they had Kawabata and Momone as like the hosts.
It wasn't Momone.
It was
someone who looks a lot like Momone.
It was not Momone. Holy shit! Holy shit! Was Momone even on that? Then?
She was.
She's in Senbatsu.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah,
but it was a different person. Just happened to be named Yasuda Momone as well.
Wait, is that true, or are you?
No, I'm fucking with you. What the fuck?
Okay, shit.
That was the in-universe explanation.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, they were hosting it or whatever. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I think I was like doing editing, some subtitling stuff, work, whatever. Until I missed the whole thing live, and I saw it later. But they just did a whole lot of like segments.
So you
There's
missed
like an
the
NMB
worldwide superstars?
Yep. Well, until later.
Oh my god.
So essentially, it was like a Music Station episode, but all NMB focused. And so you have like Senbatsu doing a song, you had Danceable doing a song, you had Lapis Arch doing a song, you had the remaining members of Quintet talk about a song. A lot of like video, pre-record videos. Actually, they actually did have performances, but they're all pre-recorded, and it was like them all performing at the theater.
10th anniversary.
With some really cool camera work.
Yeah, so they hired like production company, like a legit
was it
production
like
company.
the KTV or?
So these are people who work with KTV. So like KTV doesn't really produce like all of their shows, right? So you have like these different like production companies. So basically, they hired the production company that does Manabu-kun.
Okay.
And they made a music show. And it's like, if you watched it, like you wouldn't think that it was like just some random thing that NMB put together.
Yeah, a lot of thought and like effort was put into this.
Yeah, with like graphics and like the camera work was like professional as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was almost like the same quality as that 10th anniversary retrospective. That kind of show.
Yeah, maybe a bit better quality, I even say.
Uh,
I guess they did a lot more, because all that was literally just like 9 members plus Choco Planet.
Yeah,
and then they cut to, like, videos.
They played
I
videos,
guess.
right? So
Yeah.
I guess even my play 7 they did more, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was just trying to say it's equally as good as something that
It's for
NMB
TV
would
and
have
not for,
like
like-
on TV.
Yeah, it was like this could have been on TV and not for like YNN bullshit if you consider that like the comparable standard, because YNN is like really like ghetto.
Yeah. No, it's not comparable. So if you're used to like the YNN quality shit, like this is nothing like YNN.
Yeah,
Because
This is, like,
it
super
was
high quality.
Akarin's channel. She can't like let her casual girl fans see like the whole.
Well, she used to do the Daku KBI on her channel too, so that wasn't very impressive.
Yeah.
yeah. Akarin no Heya was also on her channel too, right?
Yeah,
That was also kind of low budget.
that's true. I mean, yeah,
Or,
you should,
it's
but
theater,
anyways,
theater.
you should totally
Yeah.
watch My Playlist 7.
Yeah, it's what,
fun.
2 hours long? Yeah, I think it's like 2 hours long.
It was like 1 hour ish.
1 hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah,
Is
it is short.
that
It's short. It's not that long.
It's pretty short. But yeah, it's on her channel. You can find it. It's not region locked. Interesting, it was like actually trending
Yeah,
on YouTube.
it
Like,
trended
was it
for like a
20
week.
For a week. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty. I think it has like 250,000 views or something.
Yeah, something like that. For considering that it's like an hour long, that's pretty good.
Yeah, considering like people have like short attention spans for YouTube, and
Yeah.
I guess the old YouTube nowadays, like you see people doing like 1 hour, video essays about like these spaceships in Star Wars and stuff like, or like here's like some fan history about Zelda, like
Yeah,
the
that's
Hyrule
true.
War or some bullshit, but yeah, it's just pretty good numbers, especially for
NMB.
yeah, definitely check out. But I think the one takeaway
What?
from the show for me,
The global superstars.
yeah, this is what, and so like when you're like telling me like this thing, like what's going on, because I did not watch this at all, and then watch it later, like oh, I see, yeah, so global superstars,
Fired.
Violet Violence from LA,
Oh, were they from? Oh yeah, they were from LA.
yeah, and they were like
live from
live
LA.
live by satellite from LA, which they resembled Anchu and Koto-chan, and they were like basically like these hair rock, hair metal
global
musicians.
global
And they spoke-
superstars.
global superstars
on a world
speaking-
tour.
Yeah, on their world tour,
Speaking Japanese for some reason.
speaking like broken Japanese, broken English, and they were talking about their favorite songs. Was it Cactus Festival and Poison Juice?
Yeah. So someone asked them. I think Nagisa was like,
Do you have a famous song?
Yeah, do you have a famous song? I'm sorry, I don't really know you. And they were like, "Oh, why don't you know the famous Violet Violence?" Like, I'm sorry, I don't follow these things. And then she asked them like, "So what's your most famous song?" And they were like, Cactus Festival."
Yeah, Saboten Festival. And then
But they weren't gonna perform that. They were gonna
Yeah.
perform their new
their new
single.
single Poison Juice. But because they were like
Zoom.
zooming in from LA, and I guess the connection is really, and it's NMB, like the connection is really crappy, and whenever they were about to like, perform it, they would like start like freezing and like stuttering,
Yeah.
and I did that actually a couple times later in the show. So, and it's like always whenever they do like their dumb pose, like they're like violence.
Wasn't it dabbing? Aren't they dabbing?
It's like kind of like like Power Ranger Sentai kind of. And I tried to talk to Anchu about that, and she just was total like kayfabe. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Violence. Oh, they sound like some kind of rock band. When I had her at call over. So I was like, ah, man, okay. Well, okay. I'll play along with you. That was funny. But yeah, check that out. My playlist. I guess also they kind of like talked about like their top favorite set. Like they had the playlist 7, so their top 7 NMB songs. Like each member had like a list.
Yeah, and a lot of it was legit
A lot of it's legit because quite a few members had like Ota people in like their top spots. So that's how you know it's legit.
I thought the Mikana part was really funny because they were doing the thing where she doesn't talk, and then they were asking her like, so why do you like it? Oh, it's nice.
Oh, I heard a song when I first joined the group.
Yeah.
I think like Masaka Singapore. No, it wasn't Masaka Singapore.
And I thought it was really funny because Batayan like leaned into it, right? It was like, oh man, you have like so many stories regarding these songs, and like the other members were like, what the fuck?
There's that My Playlist 7. Check it out. Next up here we have NMB's performance for Countdown TV, and this was like a special. So they didn't get to be on Music Station, but they got to be on Countdown TV. And it's promote Koinaka no Thank You. And it was at the Odaiba Science Museum.
Yeah, which is you would think is a weird place to have a music show, but so it was a performance of Koinaka no Thank You. And it was themed about like the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. Because what
it's
they
a thing
did
that Yoshimoto has been pushing really hard like,
Yeah.
the past year, I guess.
I mean, a lot of companies are trying to show that they're sustainable, environmentally friendly.
But is AKB sustainable?
No.
They did a song
We
about
don't,
it
we
last
don't
year.
talk about that.
Anyway, so the like SDG theme was because Akarin took that giant dress mountain from her graduation concert and repurposed it as like new outfits this performance. So like they cut it up into little pieces and made new
Like jackets
outfits.
and like skirt stuff. Kinda,
Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea.
While wearing the SDG shirts.
Oh yeah.
Like each one. Because there's like 16, right?
19.
19. Okay, but they
I think exactly 19.
but they didn't have 19 members. Wait.
Oh, 18.
No.
18?
18. I think 18. Yeah. They
Yeah. And
had 18
Akarin,
members.
Akarin was just the logo.
Yeah, okay. So Jeff was really excited about Chihhi.
Yes, she had great time.
Well, looks like her SUG shirt was the one you liked.
Yes, it's like
Infrastructure,
sustainable industry.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, we need to decarbonize our manufacturing processes.
Wasn't Harakaren's like, clean oceans or something stupid like that?
It was like life for the
Fish.
under the sea.
Oh, yeah. And Nagisa's was education for all.
Hey, it's perfect for Nagisa.
She needs it.
She represents the
Cautionary
SDGs
tale.
perfectly.
Yeah. But I think they kind of like this also felt like kind of like a repeat of the summer thing, the show that was in the summer. The whole Mikana blow up.
They
Moment.
tried.
They
to do
tried
it.
to. I think they were
Yeah.
prepared for it this time because they actually like the NMB Twitter account started like tweeting out pictures of the name, member, photo
Yeah.
of them.
But it didn't work though because like it didn't actually blow up.
They,
It was too slow. Also,
Yeah.
by the time it was already. I started my own my own.
Yeah, I made my own.
grassroots astroturfing with unintended consequences. So I was like, "Who's the girl with the twin tails with the blue fish mark?"
Oh,
shirt?
you got a reply, right?
I got a reply from someone, and it's like, "Oh yeah, that's Harukan." And then Harukan also liked that tweet that I made. Like I didn't tag her or anything.
Hey, you got
She somehow she
your
still
rest.
found it. I'm like, oh man.
So this is something that they should have done better when Mikana blew up in the summer.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
they were
they
ready
tried,
this
but they
time.
were just too slow. Like they weren't, because then it said, like wasn't people like speculating like it was just like one guy like kind of just doing it. Like he wasn't getting paid to do this. I don't think the guy running the Twitter account.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
of
Like
course.
probably just some random manager.
Yeah. So there's just one guy, and so he couldn't prepare everything. Get the photos
in like
and
in like
stuff.
MS Paint, like trying to type the names, like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a cool thing. I mean, It's on. I think there is like some kind of like bootleg rip of it on YouTube. You can probably find it.
Yeah.
It's actually really I really like the performance though. It's like really cool how like they're going around the science museum.
Yeah.
And they have the giant like Earth thingy.
Apparently, it was all one cut for some fucking reason.
Yeah, they shot it live.
Yeah.
Even though
It's weird.
it looks like
cuts the different parts.
they could have easily like just filmed it separately because it jumps between different parts of the museum.
Yeah.
But then like the members actually had to run between all those different areas while the song is playing live.
Yeah. Made me like the song a bit more.
Yeah. Planning to go visit the museum with Ryan and then pose in front of the spots.
You got to pew the Earth.
You can come do that.
Yeah, maybe after Corona's gone.
So in 2022.
Yep. Okay. So there's that. Next, this is kind of a big quick thingy. So Winen did a little like stream last month for earlier
month
this
ago,
month.
I guess.
A month ago, maybe. I think actually it was only a couple weeks ago. But it's them basically just recapping on like all the stuff they did this year. I forget what the show is called. But essentially, there's like a bonfire behind them, but it's not a real fire. It's like a green screen fire, and so what it did is they took pictures, screenshots of like literal Zoom calls, and dump them in the fire. Like they talk about, oh yeah, we did this, and then they drop it in the fire. And
So the idea is more like stuff that you're embarrassed about, like stuff this year that you're embarrassed about. You want to get rid of, basically, burn it.
Which is all of Winen's content.
Yeah, basically.
Apparently. And
it was. Remember the joke that YNN was trying to flex because people were like bitching at them about like losing Yugata, Ryugata.
Yeah. So this is them trying to do that, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it was actually nice. Like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that happened and that happened and that happened. So, but at the end of this stream, they announced 24-hour TV, or they think their annual like 24-hour show that they do in December, and it is entitled Nijuyon Keikai.
Yeah, which is I assume it's some Kimetsu no Yaiba reference that I don't know.
I guess so. Yeah, I recognize.
Unfortunately, we have like the three people on the internet who hasn't.
the three top experts, Kimetsu no Yaiba experts.
It would be like 24 breathing or something. That's all I know about Kimetsu.
So actually, just prior to recording, they actually just revealed like, the time. So it's gonna be December 26th at 7 p.m. and going until December 27th at 7 p.m.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna be half of it's gonna be like commercials. I mean, commercial. When I say commercials, it's like they'll
the break times.
Yeah, they'll point the camera at the wall, and then play some like Kyusen Kyote or something.
No, they'll just play Koinaka no Thank You nonstop.
And the members will randomly come on and like dance around.
Yeah, you can see them with floss for a few minutes. Okay.
R.I.P.
Like, so they did reveal a couple things. I guess they'll reveal them closer to the date. That's just all next week.
They do this all the time. They reveal like one. It's probably because like today's like a week before the thing, right? So they're gonna just fill it up like every day.
Yeah. So the only thing we have right now is was it Nagi Myoji, which we think is probably about Nagisa.
We don't really know what it's gonna be about, but it's gonna be hosted by Nagisa. We just don't know what it's gonna be.
Or feature her, yeah. And then the other one was it Jujutsu Kaisen, which is a parody of an anime, Jujutsu Kaisen. But this one is like uses completely different kanji, which they use the kanji for like seafood. Yeah. So I assume they're just gonna eat some sushi or something.
It's a throwback to the tuna thing, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Can you believe that was
this year?
The tuna thing.
Was that this year?
It was in like February.
No, it was in November last year.
Really?
The contest was. I don't know if.
Oh no, but I think the actual stream was. This year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they'll have more stuff going on. I mean, they're probably can kind of guess like they usually do a lot of recurring segments from like the past year, so they're probably gonna be like Tokiremo is probably gonna show up, right?
Yeah, usually like YNN's pattern is like if they have something that like quote unquote hits, right? They just like burn it,
Milk it.
Milk it or
yeah.
nail it into.
This is gonna be like the Reichan like farm animal thingy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're just gonna keep doing it until it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There's gonna be Kani Yumin again.
Yep. Yeah, they already said like, well, no. She already said no more crab and no squid and no octopus. I think they were. That was like the.
Oh, you know what? This thing might be a Yumin thing, the Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, you're right.
That's a good point.
Maybe they're not gonna eat seafood. They're just gonna fuck with Yumin.
That's a good point. We're discovering it live on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they can eat on camera with COVID and stuff.
Yeah, that's also interesting. Like, are they all going to be on set, or are they going to do Zoom stuff?
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of annoying if it's a lot of like limited number of members, socially distanced.
Man, I hope they don't. Oh my god. I mean, I think it's unavoidable, but I hope they do it somewhere big, like the theater or something, right? So they can social distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also like December and it's cold, so you can't really go like outside like they do for the summer camp stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Just around like a school gymnasium or something, maybe. I don't know.
This is YNN. They're not gonna spend money on shit like that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So check that out. It's gonna be next weekend.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right, next.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing with YNN is also like all members actually participate in it. Right?
Yes. So they have a kind of a policy that like all members have to participate, which is great. Like, I mean, when they say have to participate, usually like for example, Miki, right, always does like the Uno Prison thing at like 2 a.m. and then that's the only thing she does.
Because it's like the time where like no one's gonna be awake and watching it anyway.
Yeah, and you watch it and you feel like you're hallucinating. Like, what the fuck is happening? So
Maybe Misaki will do like an English school.
I think so.
segment or
I think
something.
it's possible. Like they're definitely gonna try to do some English thing with her.
cater to like their different like gimmicks and stuff.
Yeah, and the thing with 24 hours is always that like because they have 24 hours to fill, right? So they always like come up with like new ideas and sometimes like hit gimmicks come from 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I look forward to something interesting.
If you want to say like something last year, you had like the Avatar cosplay.
Was that 24 hours?
Yeah, that was last year's.
Oh wow. Yeah, it was the Ray-chan thing, right? And then they were fucking with they were fucking around and then because everyone was wearing costumes and they started like using like weird costumes for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of other stuff, yeah. Okay. Next, Ryan, you take this. Mikana Shampoo's commercial.
Yeah, so Mikana's in a shampoo commercial.
Is this like what, like Dove or something?
No, it's called Tokyo Inkarami, which is it's like a designer shampoo. So it's like it's not normal. It's not like Dove, Pantene, and all of that. So it's really really expensive. Yeah. Anyways, so she got chosen for this commercial. It's like this actually is a real commercial. It shows on TV and stuff. So, I mean, great for her. Just like no one has any idea how she keeps getting these like weird jobs that are like for people who are like 10 times more popular.
You could say that she's head and shoulders above the competition, right?
Hey. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Next up. Also, Ryan will take this. Yuri Golden Time drama.
Yeah, so Yuri's
prime
gonna be a regular in TV drama called Oh My Boss Koiwa Besatsude, which is whatever. It's apparently like from like the same staff who made some like really famous dramas for the past few years, and like the main girl here is kind of popular nowadays, so people are legitimate like excited for it. So I'm hoping that it hits and uh it's it leads to better things for her. Which is, I mean, it's a regular position, right, in a golden time drama, which is impressive enough. But yeah, I'm hoping for better things.
And the golden time is like, I guess would be like what, prime time?
It's actually prime
American
time.
TV?
So
American
golden time is like 7 to 11, I think. But
Oh.
prime time is like a shorter time period. It's like
Okay.
7 to 9. So
Okay.
this show is prime time.
So it's like, yeah, it's basically when most people would be watching TV
Yeah,
at home, because people still watch TV in Japan.
unfortunately, yes. They also buy magazines in Japan.
Yeah. Next up, we got,
Speaking of TV,
speaking of TV, so NMB, NMB is like, I guess now regular program, Otoitachi. Their
yeah,
music
at
show
like
at
3 a.m.
At 3 a.m. on like Friday. It's Friday? No, it's Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what day, you're not gonna stay up for it.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe if you're an old time NMB fan, you might have stayed up for this, and that's because Kinoshita Momoka was the guest music artist on the show. I guess this last week,
Yeah.
because she's now like a solo singer.
Apparently,
songwriter
she's
now.
a singer-songwriter.
No,
Yeah.
she
Well, I
isn't-
guess
no,
she has been doing like. I remember, was it 9th anniversary or 8th anniversary? I remember like we got like it must have been 9th. We got like flyers for her concert, like when you go inside.
I've seen
Bro.
her concert like advertised at Family Mart.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I have to.
yeah.
It's
So
great
that's
for her. She has a
good
new
for her.
album coming out. That's why she guested.
yeah. And so because also it has like a rotating cast of like hosts or whatever of different NMB members, right? So
Yeah.
on this one, it was Wakapon and who else?
Mikana and Yumin.
Mikana and Yumi. All right. And
So
I
apparently,
guess-
so someone tweeted saying that, oh, it's a great coincidence that like Wakapon was on this week when Momoka came on, and then she actually like replied to that person saying like, no, I actually asked them to make sure that she's the host.
it's pretty cool.
And
could
she
make
was
that
like, it was win-win because she gets to meet Wakapon, and then her Wakapon's fans will now love her.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I guess technically they did meet because it's like the whole continuation from 10th anniversary.
Yeah, and then Momoka slid into Wakapon's replies again.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's nice. That's a nice little like humor that's going on.
The thing
there.
is, so I was gonna say though, so I was watching that show, right, and then like you kind of like get like extreme nostalgia. I guess like with the continuation from 10th anniversary though, you watch it and you get like extreme nostalgia for like old NMB, where like they were like crazy awesome in MCs. Like imagine like the old Team M shows, right? Like when Momoka would basically take over the MCs. She's really really good, and she was doing the same thing here, and it was like, yeah, I kind of miss that part, like when like Momoka would like mess with like whoever, like Rainyan or something, right? And then like Sayaka would like try to control her, and it's like and you get that. So I was saying this on Accord, but like Wakapon's like pretty good as MC, right? For new NMB, but like putting her with Momoka, she just like gets smothered.
Yeah, because I think she plays it pretty straight. Wakapon does.
Yeah, I mean, her character is basically straight man, right? Like with all the like weirdo characters in NMB, she's the the smart one.
The smart housewife.
Yeah.
So even then, she still has like a weird character.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one character whose only characteristic is being smart, and that's Hinacho. So Wakapon needs to choose another lane.
Okay. So Saepii, she's on her way out, and as such, some of her programs are also ending as well. So this TV show, what was it called?
Itakuro Murase.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just like is it a variety show or like a locale?
It's like
It's
a
a variety.
location show, like going around super random places in Saitama.
Because
Okay.
it's a Saitama local show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Isn't she also on other shows like called like In and Out?
That's
this
this
is
one.
it.
It's
On and off.
on and off.
On and off. Right. Okay, on and off. Yeah, 'cause I think she like went to Tochigi. 'Cause I think I saw like on Tochigi TV randomly, but I didn't. Or it might have been Saitama. It was just close enough. I don't know. But I remember like, wait, why is Saepii on TV? Okay, so that show is ending. Now Saepii's gone.
Well, she
Or-
said she's graduating, so the show
From it.
may
Oh, okay.
continue with the other two.
Or
they'll
they get a new NMB member.
There's someone from Saitama.
Oh, Lemon's coming back?
Oh.
I looked
Ooh.
it up. I saw the other day. She's from Kuki, which is like super fucking far on the other corner of Saitama from me.
Oh, on the Omiya side then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess we're referring to Kojin, which
I mean, it kind of makes sense though, like considering like how she's being pushed and everything. And I mean, a happy coincidence, right? She's from Saitama,
yeah,
so maybe
that could be work. That could work.
Rika is
Alright.
probably like cursing herself why it's not on Chiba TV. Why does it have to be Saitama TV?
Speaking of members replacing ongoing shows, so Cocona has replaced Akarin on TEPPEN Radio.
Yeah. Boo. No, not really.
Well, you
I
wanted
listened
you
to her
wanted
first
Mikana
episode.
or something?
Maybe, I don't know. Like Kokona makes sense.
Well,
Because,
now it's
the
Cocona and Ion.
Ayan,
Yeah.
Yeah, they always have top members for this show.
yeah. So who's more top than those two?
Yeah, it would
I
be really.
listened to it. It's fun. Like she played Tonari no Totoro as her song, which is hilarious. Imagine listening
That
to
kind of. I think that suits her.
yeah, it does. Like imagine listening to radio at 2 a.m. right? Like Tonari no
Totoro
Totoro
comes
starts
on.
playing, which is fun. Like, I mean, so stuff like that, right? Like just kind of reinforces in my head like how childish Kokona is.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna destroy her innocence with making her talk about dirty jokes.
I think she did last time, right, with Kojirin.
Yeah.
But yeah, she doesn't really know how to handle dirty jokes. So let's see how she does.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, Ion really grew into it, so we'll see how Coconut does.
All right. Cool. Next up, so here comes the Anchu minute.
Oh yeah,
So you can skip ahead if you
we're
don't
gonna be
care
talking
Anchu.
about Apex for the next hour.
No, we're not actually. We're talking about Anchu got this random modeling gig with this random shop in Tokyo. It's called CaNARi, I guess. Yeah, CaNARi.
Yeah, it's a secondhand shop. I mean, how it sounds worse in English when you say secondhand.
Not
It's
really.
vintage clothing shop.
Yeah, vintage. I guess
Okay,
it's like
yeah,
it's some
sounds
hipster
better.
bullshit. It's hipster bullshit. But yeah, she's the model for this shop, and it's like a special like winter holiday collection, designs or whatever. And it's basically this, like black dress, and she's looking like super like gothic kind of look in it. Yeah, so she's doing that, and I guess she talked about it on a showroom recently, where I guess the people from this shop, I guess they noticed her or they like her, and they actually approached her like directly, and then I guess she had to like get permission from like management and then like upper NMB management to actually like go and do this, and then she had to like take the Shinkansen, like the first Shinkansen to Tokyo from Osaka to go do the shootings and stuff. And then take it back the same day. Because I think she might have had like rehearsals for. I think it was going on like around the same time as like 10th anniversary stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really impressive that she basically got Like someone hitting her up on Twitter, basically.
Yeah, I guess so. Which I guess that's like kind of like their like whole DMs are essentially is like they don't like a lot of like people who have like Instagram or Twitter like, hey, don't DM me unless it's for work. So, yeah. But I don't think she even has her DMs open. It might have been through Instagram then. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Instagram because like Instagram is by default open, right?
Yeah. Anyway, that's good for her. It's like nice she's doing something that's not just Apex.
Except you don't care about this either.
Yeah, because it's not really I'm not gonna be buying some like hipster dresses and stuff.
Yeah, but you should be happy that she's getting like this kind of work.
Yeah. All right, next. So AKB48 group singing contest has finished, and the only reason we're talking about this is because Amirun was like one of the finalists until the very end.
Yeah,
in which she did not make the top. She didn't make the top. Was it 7?
8.
So,
6, 8?
Top 8, yeah.
Top 8. She didn't make the top 8.
She was robbed.
She was robbed just barely.
You watched this, right, Jeff? And like, trying to be as objective as possible. Was she better than?
I actually didn't watch this.
Oh.
I only like caught her performance and then I turned it off after that.
I think that's kind of how I think most people will do it. Like they only watch it for their member and then turn it off.
Okay, so we don't actually know if she was better.
If she was better than like Okada Nana or.
I mean, Okada Nana's really good though. Like I've seen her like sing and she's like fucking amazing.
She still only got like what 4th, I think, or
3rd, I think.
3rd, okay.
Yeah.
But you can tell like the show is kind of like bullshit. It's kind of rigged because like Yahagi got 1st place last.
Yeah, that was fucking bullshit. And it's like when I heard that she won, it's like, oh no, fuck no.
Even though I guess she is like an okay singer, but yeah, no.
I did catch the part like at the very end when they announced the results. Nojima, the girl from SKE who won the first time, like I think she got 2nd again, and then one of the judges said to her, "Well, you know, once you've gotten 1st, the standards kind of go up." So it's bullshit, like basically an excuse to not let her win again. Yeah. I'm like, wow.
Someone from SKE won, right?
I think it was STU.
Oh, it's STU.
Not 100% sure.
So the fact that like STU keeps winning is what makes me suspicious about this, because like AKB and STU, actually NGT too, are all King Records now, right? So it's in their best interest to pump up STU.
Yeah, especially because the prize for this was the top 8 getting a song, right?
Yeah.
Like not like it's like a coupling song for I guess like the next AKB single. Whenever
I don't think they said what it was.
Or is it gonna be a standalone thing?
We don't know.
Yeah. But they also apparently are letting Amirun be part of it
as the judges pick.
They
they rigged her out and then rigged her back in.
Yeah.
That's like the special judges winner. Which is kind of side note tangent. My friend actually did that. Like he was on the NHK like Inca singer or like songs of Japan, whatever. And he sang Inca. He didn't win the contest, but he won the judges award.
Oh, did he join?
Because he's a white guy.
He joined Nodojiman, right?
Something like that, yeah. And it's like this big white guy who's like saying Inca.
Oh, we should transition to that.
The Kodomo no Nodojiman.
Kodomo no Nodojiman.
Well, I think you would know the most of us.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, no, Matt knows more because I've never even watched Nodojiman.
I only watched him, and that's it. I don't know.
It's a singing contest on NHK. Like they get random people to come up and then sing whatever. Right? They've actually like had some like famous singers come from it.
It's like American Idol.
Anything like Chris Hart,
except for Enka. Okay. No, it's Jero. Jero came from that.
Okay.
Which is also like the other black guy.
The 2 black singers in Japan.
Yeah. So he was the other guy. Anyways. So it was just announced today, I guess, that NMB was gonna be like special guest on the Kodomo no Nodojiman. So it's not the real Nodojiman; it's the one for
kids
children.
version.
Yeah. And
so we're gonna be hearing more Tonari no Totoro.
Maybe. But I don't think NMB's gonna sing. They're just gonna
No,
be
I mean
there.
judges or just watching.
Yeah.
The judge's pick is gonna be whoever sings an NMB song.
Oh, okay. And it has to be Ota people.
Someone.
That would be that's Matt's pick.
It's gonna be 365 or something.
Ah, yeah, that's good. That's a good point. All right. That happened.
Speaking of NHK.
Oh, speaking of NHK. Shit, the NHK guy's here. Gotta shut down this podcast. Gotta pretend I'm not here.
No,
Anyway.
most important Chihhi minute. So at the end of last episode, we just found out like when Chihhi announced at midnight that she was gonna guest appear on an NHK drama called Enmado Sara no Suiri Kitan, which is like this kind of mystery show. It's basically like a character dies and then has to figure out who killed them. And so she played this like the girlfriend of the partner of a criminal guy. So I was like, oh, this is going to be like some minor role. She's going to have one line or something. But it turns out she plays a pretty big role and is like actually the villain mastermind behind everything. So it was really good. Got to see her play, like show a different side of her that she never does. So check it out. It's available on the internets.
Okay. Is it
Moving
actually
on.
on the internet? Is it actually on the internet? Or
It's,
like
I mean,
Blu-ray?
it's NHK.
Okay.
They're not gonna have like easily accessible.
Okay. If you want to look for it, you can find it.
Is it? Okay, whatever. I don't really want to.
The more we dig into it, the more we don't want to know.
Yeah.
Next, we got the Zoom play. So we talked about planning to see it last episode. Now we've actually seen it. It's a Zoom play called Kiseki no Kiseki. And they did 2 casts, as we mentioned last time. I only watched cast 1, which had Anchu in it. And I was very disappointed in this play. That's my review. Also, we had an earthquake. We had an earthquake in the middle of like our viewing. So like I was just distracted by that the whole time. And then by the time I got back onto the show, I was like, wait, Anchu's gone.
Yeah, so the other thing about this was that it has multiple endings.
Yes.
But it was basically just using the Zoom voting function at the very end to decide like what happens. And
Yeah.
it's a very minor switch. Like it's just whether one character appears or another. And unfortunately for Matt, the one we watched, Anchu didn't get picked to come back.
Yeah. And actually when I saw the vote show up, I was like, okay, because I also like lost the whole thread of the story. I was like, okay, what are we actually voting for? But it's just literally just option 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I was thinking, like, is there context to this? And I missed it completely. But
No, they purposely don't give context. Like it's completely random.
Oh.
Like if it
Sounds
was
like
your
bullshit.
first time watching, you would have no idea which is which. And they actually kind of both end up being the same ending anyway.
It's just a different character.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
overall, I watched both groups. I thought it was definitely better story than the first one, which was kind of just a horror thing. This one had like, basically, two of the main characters are like scammers trying to sell this rock that brings miracles, like can cure cancer basically.
Okay.
So there's like, yeah, some like comedy, some like, it was like a story of
intrigue or
a
whatever.
young person finding themselves.
Oh, okay, yeah. Very, very anime.
Yeah.
Young adult novel. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, so I've watched the first group for Nanaho, and it was my first time seeing her act, and she was surprisingly good. So, hope she gets more in the future. And then second group, of course, I watched for Chihhi. She was the main character, and in the like ending, in the final like ending party that they streamed after the final show, the writer guy basically praised her like, oh, she's like the perfect student. So does everything as you expect.
So that happened. Zoom play. Yeah, I'll just say, I think it was less money than the first one, the first play they did. I think it was cheaper.
Yeah, maybe.
Isn't the first one like 1,000 yen? How can this be cheaper than 1,000 yen?
No,
I think it was 800 yen.
No,
I think this one was 800.
No, this one was 1,200.
1,200. Okay, maybe the last one was like 2,000.
The last one was
1,000.
I think it was 1,000.
Dang. Then I
So
feel real ripped
they
off.
stole your money then.
I feel really ripped off then.
You only got like 5 minutes of Anchu.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even want to mention it in the call because I was so disappointed. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that happened. I think Groovy also watched it. He watched like multiple.
Yeah. Well,
he's nuts.
I watched. I watched three. I watched the second group 3 times to see both endings.
It's 4 times too many.
I mean, I know some people who watched every show, all 6. I'm like, even. I mean, I will watch like as much Chihhi content as I can, but like watching it 2 times in a day for 3 straight days is too much.
Did you get like
that just means your power level is not high enough. I watched 3 Yuri plays in 2 days.
Well, that was in person. This is like on fucking Zoom.
That's true. I have a friend who watched it on stream all 3 times.
Did you get? I forgot to ask you. Did you get like multiple, all the endings for like the Chihhi play version?
Yeah.
Or did...
Yeah. Well, there's only 2, and basically like in the afternoon show, everyone picked number 1, and then in the evening show, everyone picked number 2.
Ah, interesting. So that's why we got number 2.
Yeah.
Because we watched the evening show. Anyway, yeah. So that's cool. That's the Zoom play that happened. The last TV show news we'll talk about is on Osaka channel, which on YouTube, it's a YouTube channel. So this is like around the same time as her photo book, but Yoko no Sumire had like this like weird like location variety show of her going on a date with Kishi, who's like a comedian who plays like the role of like plays like this like old like samurai era guy. He wears like a bald cap with the little like hair thing, and it's them like going on a date. It's like there's like 2 parts to this, and the first part they went to round 1, and they played bubble soccer, which if you're a fan of episode 1, I didn't know that was a real thing. I thought it was just a thing they made for episode 1, but apparently I guess it actually is a real thing.
Have you never been to round 1?
I've been around 1, but I've never seen bubble soccer.
Oh,
you didn't go up to the roof.
Well, it depends. It actually depends on which round 1, though.
Yeah, it depends on the story.
Yeah.
I think we did go
Only
to
big ones have this.
Yeah, because I went to the one that there's like tennis and futsal, soccer. But like they played against these like junior high school kids, these middle schoolers. And the guy was like, "Hey, do you know Suuchan?" And he's like, "No."
Do you know NMB? No. No,
the guy was like,
they
Yeah,
pretended.
I heard of NMB. He tried play it off.
Where were they shooting?
It was round 1.
Osaka, of course.
Yeah.
Osaka? And they still don't know NMB? Holy shit.
I mean,
well, like he's like, I heard of NMB, but like he couldn't really name any.
I mean, you know about what Andy says. He's lived in Osaka for how many years, and he says he's never talked about NMB to anyone.
Yeah.
So it's because everyone hides their power levels.
You should ask about Nagisa.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a respectable name. You could probably even Sayaka, when she was still around, you could have mentioned Sayaka.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is like, I remember like a long time ago when AKB was like really popular, and
like
you would go to like 10 years ago basically, when you would go to like drinking parties, and like one of the like famous, like one of the questions that they would ask is like, "Oh, who do you like from AKB?" And then you obviously you have to answer, like everyone has their answers, right? It's always gonna be like Achan, Yuko, whatever, right?
Mayu,
yeah. And
because
then,
these are actually like household names and like people actually know those names. You can't do that. You can't do that with current day, present day AKB. Like who the fuck is Oguryu?
Yeah,
bring that all back.
/ Nagisa. No. So I mean, so back then, right? Like let's say you like one of the like 100 yen girls or something, or like even Sayaka, right? If you say Sayaka, it's like, who the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to hide your power levels, you have to say like Yuko or Mayuyu. I used to say Mayuyu, I think, because like I really didn't care about AKB.
Sounds right. Yeah. Well, nowadays it's like Nogizaka, but even now, like I can't name any Nogizaka members.
No, see, the thing is, like, I've never experienced.
Or paid attention.
So no, well, obviously, I've never paid attention to Nogizaka. I'm saying like with like the mainstream, like no one talks about Nogizaka. Like no one from Nogizaka is as popular as AKB was back then.
Not even Shirai Shimai, the greatest YouTuber on
planet Earth.
On planet Earth.
Yeah, no, not even. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm hanging out with the wrong people. I don't know. But...
I think it's definitely like a whole like echo chamber thing. Like, if you only hang out with like certain fans, you don't really know.
No. I'm talking about work.
Okay, so you're trying to talk about the general.
Yeah. So back then, right? Like AKB was so popular that like we would talk about that.
Yeah.
Like randomly in like drinking parties, but like Nogizaka has never come up ever. But that might just be like, just happens to be like with the people I hang out with. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just because it seems like we are kind of like in the era of Nogizaka, so like you see like the 7-Eleven ads and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but basically they're popular, but they're not at that level yet.
I mean,
Japan's idols.
You see like some Johnny's groups all over the convenience stores, but like I don't think you're gonna talk about them with coworkers.
Exactly. I mean, but then you could still talk to them about like, let's say Arashi, right? Like everyone fucking knows
Arashi, but not like
it would be like really, really embarrassing if you don't know them.
Not Stones or a Snowman.
Yes.
Sorry, Craig.
King
is
and
it
Prince.
Stones? Is it okay? It's 6 stones, right?
It's 6 stones.
It's pronounced
but you don't
Stones.
Say, yeah.
What's the IX?
It's lowercase, so it's.
You don't say it. Just like that AKB unit IXR.
IXR. Oh, you're not supposed to
IR.
pronounce the X, right?
Yeah, it's pronounced like IR or something or something. It's really dumb.
The X is supposed to be like VR or AR, but my answer was it's SR.
SR.
Showroom.
Kiss My Foot Too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of an old group now, though.
Yeah.
They're boomers now because they were all like. Even Heisei Jump is now boomers. Where's Reiwa? Where's Reiwa
now?
We need like our 1-year-old, 2-year-olds on stage now. Also, please don't write in about like our lack of knowledge of like Nogizaka or Johnny's groups because we don't really care. please don't comment on that. Just let this happen. Just let it go by you. But yeah, get back to Suuchan, the Suuchan thing. It was kind of funny to watch. Like they went to the roller rink in this round one. Actually, interesting. We noticed it's like probably halfway through the video, they aren't wearing masks this whole time. Not even like the dumb face shield, like mouth guard things. Everyone else is.
I mean, they don't really give a shit about that anymore.
Yeah, it was apparently, I guess, the whole like social distancing, like stay home precautions don't apply to celebrities or government officials. Bring it topical. With the whole, was it Suga? He got in trouble for going out to eat with other government officials.
Yeah.
A lot of them get caught with that.
Yeah. After telling them, don't do that. But yeah, and then I guess they did a part 2, and like they were doing Purikura, and that's all I really saw from that. There's one funny moment where I guess they were playing pool or billiards, but the sound cut out.
That's not
completely
even
mute.
That's not even like the actual content of the show.
Yeah, it's just some weird like technical mishap, but it was like for like a really long time. Like I want to say like 5 minutes, maybe. So like we're saying like okay, just like play like the Benny Hill theme like over this while this is happening.
Yeah. So this whole thing was kind of just like the cringe type comedy.
Yeah.
And watching Suuchan be cute.
Yeah, and trying not to stare at her boobs. Okay. Next, we have the Corona Corner. So in the past month or so,
I think this is easily the biggest news of the month, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Of last month, yeah. The Corona Corner. So, the past month, basically, Corona has hit the 48 group, with patient 0 being Shiruma Miru. So apparently, I guess what happened is, this is on the weekend of the AKB online calls they were making up, and I guess Miru took like the last couple slots off. Like she took a break, I guess, 'cause she wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, this was on the 28th, the Saturday.
28th. Yeah, and then completely took off the 29th. So ringing, oh, it's okay. She's like, well, this is AKB. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. and then Akarin did the same thing the next day. So like, yeah, she's really like, yeah, I don't give a shit about AKB. I don't want my last event to be for AKB.
Yeah, we were all joking about it. Like, that's really why, because her grad stage was supposed to be the next day on the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
But then it turned out they also postponed her grad stage.
Yeah, because she also apparently was not feeling well.
And then they had to clarify for Akarin that she tested negative for COVID.
Yeah, but Miru tested positive. And then I guess apparently they were all like, because they're not doing Zoom anymore, they still had to have them like come into a building and do these remote calls. So I think there were a few members in proximity of Miru at the time.
Yeah, well, I think every NMB member got tested basically.
Yeah.
And for like a day or two, there was no news of positives until like the 30th or like 31st. They announced. Which happened first? So Miru was announced like the 29th, like Tuesday or something.
No, 29th would be
Saturday or Sunday. Saturday. Or Sunday.
No, they announced that she tested positive several days after.
No, it would have Miru was announced on like the 30th.
Yeah. It took several days. So yeah, we were all joking like, oh, Akarin's like just taking the day off or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it turned out, yeah, it was because of Miru testing positive. There's like all these scares.
Which they were based in Osaka, right?
Yeah.
Presumably, right. But for some reason, I guess they had Miru come and do a shooting with AKB.
Yes.
Well, the day before
for a TV show.
Yeah. So then AKB like completely shut down like after the announcement that she tested positive, and which then caused them to cancel their 15th anniversary theater show.
Yeah, and like all the members who filmed together with her had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So a lot of us were sitting here like, oh, ha, 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 AKB, like we screwed them over. And then it turns out Uuka also tested positive.
Yeah, but then we also started seeing like, Uuka's tested positive, but we started seeing like some weird like, I don't want to say like blowback comments or whatever from like AKB members.
Well, more like one SKE member.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Suda Akari.
So
Suda.
I don't know. I keep telling people like I really don't understand like what the whole blowback with Suda was. Because like I read I'd be the first to like shit on SKE if there is something to shit on them about, but I read the blog. So basically, what we're talking about is like Suda Akari wrote like a blog about being in quarantine for Corona or whatever, and like people were shitting on her about it, and like I read it, and I okay, like she sounds like a narcissist, like fuck her, but that's all. Like I couldn't really like see what other people were like bashing her about. Like, is it because she's a narcissist?
Yeah, I think so, because for one, you have to read between the lines for sure for this, and then, but I think half of communication in Japan is reading between the lines, and so the issue people had with her blog was that she basically went on and on about, I feel, because this is actually Suda Akari's second time being in quarantine due to being in contact with someone else who tested positive. So she was really frustrated, saying like, "Oh, I've been through this already. But I have to stay."
Not quite.
It's a flu, bro.
My freedom.
Right.
But she was like, "Oh, I have to stay strong, or else I might make the person who tested positive feel like guilty or feel pressure." But then she kind of said it in this way that was like not actually showing concern that the person would feel that way. She was like, "Oh, why do I have the burden of having to stay positive?"
Basically, everyone else like had like a tweet or something, right? Oh, I wish Miru well, and like I will keep safe, blah blah blah. She wrote like a really fucking long blog, and like zero about it was about Miru.
Yeah.
I guess that's what people. I mean, conceptually, I understand what people were complaining about, I guess, but like I really didn't see it.
I mean, I took less. I had less of a problem with the fact that she omitted Miru, but the fact that she is trying to make herself look like such a victim,
Mm-hmm.
and then like having this fake pity for the person who tested positive.
Yeah. I just think it's like all branches out of her narcissism, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the world revolves around me.
Yeah, and then of course like a lot opinion is already heavily divided on her because she's been around a long time and she's always been like this. So I mean, people
SK doesn't have the 25 age limit because she's
like 28, 29.
29.
She's 29.
Yeah, so I mean, like we were already divided into tribes on this, so this just reinforced it. But yeah, enough about her. Back to NMB.
Back to NMB. So Uuka also got the corona virus.
Yeah. And I guess like she probably did get it from Miru, right?
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah. And I think hers was announced like a few days after Miru.
Yeah.
And we was like, holy shit, like, is there
NMB's
a cluster?
doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, NMB gonna be a cluster, yeah. That's like the last thing we need.
Yeah. Thankfully not.
Yeah, because they all got better in time for the Hanashikai.
Well, so what happened with Miru? So Miru even made a whole vlog on her YouTube channel saying she was quarantined in a in a hotel for 5 days, and then she recovered and I think tested negative by a few days before Saepii's grad concert. So she was able to go back and rehearse and then appear in the concert. And then Uuka also recovered like 1 or 2 days ahead of the concert. But then we also found out that Yumin, because she was like considered a close contact of Uuka, I think, had to quarantine for 2 weeks, I think.
That's the hilarious part, right? Like the people who didn't actually get corona had to stay away longer.
Yep.
Because like Miru came back faster than like all the AKB girls. Which kind of makes no sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of health scares.
Yeah, a lot of health scares. Another health scare we have here is with Hori Shion. She did not get coronavirus. She got pneumothorax, which is like a upper respiratory.
It's like when a pocket forms in your lung. It like detaches away from the lining of your abdomen.
Sounds horrible. What the fuck?
But she said she felt fine. Like normally, if she doesn't exert herself, she's fine. But like, basically, she can't like breathe too hard, or that could cause issues. So she
can't be dancing on stage.
Yeah, they announced that she would only appear briefly in the grad concert. And so watching that, she only like appeared as like an MC, and then the part where they just stand and sing one song.
Yeah. So is else? Did she say anything about when did that start? Was that just recently, and then is she getting surgery or anything for that?
Well, they said she was currently in treatment for that, so
Okay.
I guess it's been a while. But yeah, hope she can recover fully.
Yep. All right. So that's gonna do it for the Corona corner and the health advisory corner. Next, it's the Gravure corner. I was gonna think I'm gonna think boob corner. No, that's just hotel. So since the last episode, we've had 2 photo books release, Rei-chan and Suuchan, whereas I subtitled this The Battle of the Boobs. So actually we have some numbers for Rei-chan. I think she sold 10,000, 12,000 in the first week.
12,000.
Yeah. Which I guess is pretty good.
Oh, it's pretty amazing actually. Considering considering the market, right, in the first place, and then considering
her.
Considering NMB, 48 in general.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
Because I guess you also fair the market is the 46 members and Ikuta, Erica's and
yeah. I mean the
Saito
market.
Asuka.
Well, I'm not counting. Well, basically the market is whatever bullshit the Sakamichi pulls out this month, right? Then that's gonna be top, and then you have the normal photo books, and then those sell 4,000 is actually a good month for photo books, and this triples that, right? 12,000. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell though, because photo books the photo books that have a lot of skin, sell way better.
Yep.
Lots of horny old men.
Yeah, or young men, or foreign men,
or women,
yeah, also.
Or
it looks so it's doing. It did pretty well. I think there was a chart. I don't remember how it compared to the other recent books. It did better than Yuri's and Saepii's books.
It did better than anyone's
since
Miru's.
Miru's,
Basically Miru did better, but you'd have to go back to Sayaka's or
or even Kei.
Jonishi, yeah, her sister to find sales that have done better.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty good considering the market. And then also released just a couple days ago, Suuchan photo book. But at the time of this recording, we don't have any sales numbers, and we're not sure exactly. It seems like it is really hyped, but that could also just be echo chamber, hive mind talking. Suuchan, but even I think non-NB fans are interested in this.
Yeah, I mean it ranked in the top 3 of Amazon pre-orders.
Yeah, because it has that exclusive. Yeah, I think we talked about this last time. Yeah, it has that exclusive photo or exclusive cover. And for a while, it wasn't shipping overseas, but I guess that's just a weird thing with Amazon and photo books. Is they say you can't buy it or you can't ship it to
I think that's
the US.
It might be a COVID thing right now. I'm not sure.
Maybe, yeah. But the day before it went on sale, or 2 days before, you could actually do it then. But I think there was a comment about it from Bulma who said basically there's almost every page you can see her boobs. Almost in general,
I mean that's the.
And I guess it got more and more it just kept on ramping up more and more until the end. So yeah, we'll maybe have a full report of that next year. We'll see how it compares. I guess just quick prediction. Do you think it'll do better than Ray's book?
Yes, definitely.
Oh. How about you, Ryan?
I don't know. I think it's hard to say because the publisher is different. So you can't sell more than something if you don't produce enough of it.
That's true.
So I'm kind of iffy. Like, I mean, based on like how she's done recently, like, I mean, she has to do better than Ray. But Ray's photo book is by Shueisha, who is the publisher of Shonen Jump. So that's a good example for you guys. And Suuchan's is Yoshimoto Books, who don't actually produce anything. So we'll see. I guess my prediction is she will do better, but that's like my caveats on it.
You think it'll take longer because they'll need more time to print more?
No. I think the first print is the most important one. So if they didn't have enough at the first print, like it wouldn't catch up ever.
Like people will just forget about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that, but then you have like, not to bring up Shirashimai, but like, she's like, had like the like, I don't know, 50th free print of her book from like 3 years ago,
Yeah,
4
but
years
as
ago.
I said, that's Nogizaka though. So they don't.
It's just
count.
one guy. I keep on buying like 100 copies every week.
No, I mean they're different because like there's for some fucking reason there's like a culture of buying photo books within their fandom.
Yeah, but they're all like, it's like nun photo books, as we say. They're not really like sexy.
No, not at all.
It's like every book of the Bible. You gotta get them all.
I guess that's true.
And every single reprint too.
There's different versions.
Yeah.
New international version. King James.
Like King James. Yeah.
So yeah, I want to root for Ray
Why?
because I like her better than Suuchan. I don't know why.
Oh.
Maybe just a longer time. But I think maybe Suuchan will sell well, but it'll sell better. So I'm on Team Ray for the record, but I think Suuchan will win. Okay, next, some theater show announcements and also performances. So Gemini, which is the Momone and Rika T unofficial unit, are doing a live on Christmas Eve. I think it's not Christmas Day, but I think it's Christmas Eve on the 24th. So you're getting that push. It's like their second live too. Their second stage show.
Like within a month.
Yeah. So kind of getting like fast tracked to being an official unit. Probably because like, I guess these members are right. I guess Momone might be okay. Like Simbatsu wise, I guess she's kind of like on the border.
Yeah. So we just
Rika
saw the sales come out today, and Momone basically didn't increase at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like kind of confused about her because she gets a lot of good good media appearances, like the Takeda barbecue, and then she was on some random shows with some comedians this week.
Yeah.
Management really likes her, obviously, and they keep giving her chances, but I guess it's a matter of how long they'll keep doing that.
How many chances they keep giving her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually they do get tired of this shit and they stop it.
Yeah. So probably because they might be hoping this will boost them.
Yeah.
And Rika T, if anything, she's just going to be riding off of the Momone hype.
I don't know.
Tagging on.
They like, I don't know. They try to push Rikati or let her do her own thing as well. Like she started YouTube, right? And that seems to be doing fairly well.
It's like her like diet and health.
Does
channel.
it do well? I actually don't know.
It does. But it's definitely in the top half of NMB member YouTubes, I think.
That's not saying much, but okay.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean we're comparing
Especially
with
now that Akarin isn't part of there anymore, and it's now Saepii.
Oh man, like the top YouTuber for NMB is gonna be Miru after Akarin leaves. So I'm actually looking at her channel now, and the beauty stuff doesn't really do that well. The NMB stuff does well.
But she only did like, it's like, actually they are posting those videos also, like of them like filming themselves from Akarin's grad concert. Those were getting posted, I think, over the last month. Anchu never posted hers.
Yeah, everyone else did though.
Yeah, even
Sadaharu,
Kanakichi.
right?
Yeah, even Kanakichi and Haruna posted
Yeah.
theirs.
Oh, Rikati has like 100K view video though.
Yeah, like some
The
diet.
girls video one. No, it's
Oh.
not diet.
Oh,
It's
really?
it's the bikini. It's because the thumbnail is her in the bikini.
I think that's one of the few I've watched of her.
Pervert.
I watched her like Kombini diet videos.
you wanted some tips.
I did. Real talk, I did. And then I'm like, well, I can't eat any of this bullshit. She's like, I'm gonna go buy like the weird like octopus edamame thing from 7-Eleven. I'm like, oh, fuck that, no.
Hey, that's good.
I randomly found
It's
it's
pretty
like
good actually. I've had that.
they're randomly selling like cream corn at 7-Eleven now. cream corn salad, and it's just corn and butter.
Really?
Little plastic jar thing.
Is it keto or something?
I guess so. I don't know. I got it. It was all right. Heat it up, put some salt on it. It's all right. Yeah. See. Also, we got Indash.
Yeah, originally the Chihhi and Yumin stage, but then they announced that they're gonna rotate it among Team N members. So the first pair is gonna happen. So it's Nanaho and me.
Okay.
So I'm excited, obviously. Cool to see Team N members gonna get to appear in the theater again. Nanaho has done one solo show, but Namimi has not done anything since before.
Oh, she's done Raison
right.
d'Auteur.
You're right.
Is it Raison d'Auteur?
Raison d'être.
It's d'Auteur, right? Like the coffee shop.
Oh my god.
Detour.
Hachiko's like ripping his ears off.
Well, it's fine. He's not listening to this.
So
that's happening. There's not really a whole lot of in members left though. So
yeah, there's only like 10. There's like 10.
Yeah. Okay.
They're gonna rotate through them all in like a month. We'll see if M and B2 do anything.
See, next we got Suuchan and Hinacho. These are their birthday stages.
No, solo
stages. Okay, CaNARi Live.
From a couple weeks
Suuchan
ago.
also had her birthday stage, I think, last week.
Yeah.
This week too.
Yeah, Suuchan and Hinacho had like a 2-for-1 deal, so they had very short ones, like half an hour.
Yeah. Management does that if they feel like you can't carry it on your own.
Which is, I guess, interesting considering Suuchan.
I mean,
Suuchan was
it's
carrying
possible
for Hinacho.
because like she can't really dance well, right? So,
it's okay, it's just boobs. Just show pictures of boobs.
Yeah.
For 1 hour and everyone will be satisfied.
Well, I mean, actually, both of them had like this MC. Well, so with all these solo shows, everyone is making these like videos to show while they go backstage and change outfits. And both of them had like a theme where they pretend. Well, they like film a day in the life when they come home to their apartments. Hinacho was like kind of this weird, like voyeur video of like a high school or a college girl. And then Suuchan was like pretending to be your girlfriend, you know, like eating dinner and like cooking breakfast for you.
I think I saw the one. I saw
wasn't
that too,
she on? Weren't they on like the same apartment?
Yeah, it was like the same random empty apartment filmed on the same day.
That's gonna be the new set for the next NMB single. Random apartment building. That's probably where they filmed like Akarin's like music videos.
Maybe
her solo one.
Yeah, the lease is still ongoing.
Yeah. So that's happening. Teppotai still happening, but this time they've been rotating in some like subbing in some members as like schedules get busy and stuff. So some of the members who've been rotated in include Akarin, Yuina, Mion, Manatee, and Mirai. Mirai is like kind of like the MVP. Like she's like the default like stand-in member.
Yeah, filled in for Hinacho when she was out sick.
Yeah.
With like 1 day's notice.
I think I know it's like Akarin being in quite a few as well.
Yeah, because Chihhi's been busy with like real work for basically a month now.
So that's happening. It's just happening. Update on that. And then also 7th Gen Kinkyusei stage. A little update on this. So since the last podcast, Wakanyan has debuted, and Miu lost her spot in the position. So she was 3 before. Number 3 before.
No, she was not top 3.
No, she was like 6 or 7.
Oh, okay. So did she get like bumped off?
Yeah, she got bumped off for
Wakana took her.
Wakanyan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I read
still...
something. I read something on the channel about her saying that she's injured or something. Like, I don't really know if that's true or not.
Interesting.
It might be one of those like fake injuries they make up in sports to put them on the like injury
The
list
DL?
instead of like needing to demote them.
Are you saying NMB is the Dodgers?
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to put your best lineup out there, and not like embarrass your players.
That's true.
I don't get all the soccer talk.
It's baseball, you asshole.
That's... Okay, so anyway, that means what then? Mochan, Misaki, and Koharu are still the only ones who haven't showed up yet.
Yes.
Okay. So 3 more to go. So next, our streak is back. Actually, so we're on this weird pattern.
Every other one.
Yeah, it's weird pattern. No, so we have this 2 and then nothing and then 2 again. This time
we're spacing out our episodes wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. we need to start doing it every 2 months now instead of 1 month. Then they'll be like freaking like 4-hour, 5-hour long podcasts. First graduation announcement is EGG Anna, and she announced it like actually like I think literally like the day after or a couple days after our last podcast.
How did she announce it?
It was at the
third gen show.
Third gen show, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
So I mean, we all called it. It wasn't really a huge surprise. Like, oh yeah, she pretty much already said she was going to be graduating this year.
So I think the last 3, the last 3 shows that they did that was obvious actually happened. Actually had announcements, right? So when Suzu did her CaNARi live, everyone was like, "Oh shit, she's gonna announce," and she did. And when they had the third. They had
second gen.
Well, that one wasn't obvious though.
That was I guess less obvious. Yeah, but yeah, then Saepii announced that second gen concert.
Yeah,
second gen stage.
Third gen stage.
Third gen stage.
Yeah, that was obvious.
This is very much telegraphed. Okay, yeah, Antan's gonna announce grad.
Yeah.
Comments on Antan. It's I guess. It was a graduation comment.txt. Let me just bring it up. Oh yeah, she's been in the group for we have 8 years. Been kind of a good leader role. Vice captain for M and B2. I guess B2 and then M and then.
Well, just
B2
took everything for yourself, Matt. You just said everything.
Now you guys have to come up with original shit.
The only thing I'm gonna say is like she's gonna be 25 soon, so
yeah.
Which is the
in January, the cutoff point.
Yeah,
the cutoff point for
cap.
Also, you can add to comment.txt that she wants to do acting. Like everyone wants to do that now.
You're right. It is grad comment.txt.
And then I guess she's kind of been into that. I mean that's why she's been doing the Zoom play stuff as well. You've seen her doing that. But also I guess she was like a huge like anime nerd. I guess she draws pictures very well too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
she was basically Mitamao.
But now Reiko can step in, fill 2 spots.
Like, does Reiko even like anime?
Yeah.
I think if you're Japanese, you're required to like anime. Otherwise, they deport you. It's like same with America. Like you have to love freedom and McDonald's. Otherwise, They remove your American card.
Yeah, and her graduation stage has been decided, right?
Yep, December 27th. So coming up in a little over a week. So yeah, I guess I randomly applied for that because I'm free this period. I'll try to go to these shows. I'm not gonna win though, but hey, I gotta try to build up that like account karma. Okay. So that's a graduation announcement number 1. Our next is hot, coming in hot, straight off of the solo live, and that is Azuma Yuki solo concert, or solo stage. She announced her graduation, which Jeff really wanted to watch this for some reason. Just like he really wanted to watch the second Jin. Jeff, you're like the Grim Reaper when it comes to like.
I think so.
I mean, it was.
You don't suspect it.
It's too obvious.
You really thought she was going to announce grad?
Yeah, I mean she's 24.
She, give her next.
I mean, this one was definitely less obvious than Antan, but
also like kind of like she's kind of outlived her.
Yeah,
relevance, I guess, ever since she got dropped from Senbatsu. Even when
Yeah.
she got into Senbatsu, it's like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's so she's been selling well again these events recently, I think. But
Has she?
Has she?
I think the last time I checked, she wasn't really doing too.
I think I read that
I think she's like down to 3 slots, 3 slots.
Well, I think she's managed to sell a lot of those.
Okay.
But anyway, so I mean, the one thing you could say is holding her back is that she's in Danceable, and if she leaves, you don't know what's gonna happen. But
Why would that hold her back?
If anything, she was holding Danceable back.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, really, we haven't had like anyone leave a unit on their own accord, and have the okay. I mean, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm getting what you mean. Yeah, like the group is still intact, or
Yeah. So what happened at Yukitsun's solo stage is that she called Danceable on in the encore, and they performed one song, and then she announced graduation. Then she didn't say anything about what will happen with Danceable in the future.
Yeah.
And she also didn't announce any date for her like last activities.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably like too soon to actually have her leave, within this year.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
2 weeks left. I don't think
Yeah.
it's happening.
Well, so I guess you could say the timing of this announcement is really weird because we had like Saepii grad concert, and then we still have like Akarin.
Akarin, Suzu, Saepii leaving still.
Yeah.
Like in limbo.
Yeah, and then Yukitsun is like, why now?
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's actually a very good question. Why now? So there must be like a reason, right? She must have a good reason why she wanted to announce it now. Maybe she wants to get the hell out of there by early January.
yeah,
What in her speech wasn't she like talking about like how like her like whole hobby of like taking pictures and stuff, that's kind of like been like her new interest now.
I guess
And I think that's what she's kind of focusing, because she's like says like I can't really dance or sing that well, but at least I can take pictures.
I guess she had her exhibition.
Yeah.
And
I guess that's like a pretty good like goal.
Wait, so
or,
she planning on becoming a pro cameraman?
no, she said she wants to do acting.
Oh,
Okay.
Grad.txt.
I mean, she's definitely. I mean, Yoshimoto's not picking her up, so she's gonna have to do it outside.
Yeah. But pretty much like this, because so she's been like the official, unofficial cameraman of NMB. So she takes all like the stage shows.
Pro
and stuff.
bono.
Pro bono, yeah.
Pro bono. Yeah. So I think with her leaving, that's gonna be a pretty big loss for NMB.
Yeah.
She takes a lot of good pictures, even like better than like the actual like hired hands of photographers that they have.
Well, the photographers just don't release photos. That's the problem. If they release the amount of photos that Yukitsun did, it would probably be the same.
Okay. We still can't forget her ugly watermark. So,
It's not that bad.
We're like Times New Roman.
It's not Times New Roman, man.
Was it?
What's the font, Jeff?
It's Palatino.
This ugly serif font. That's like in the corner of every photo.
With a period at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell is with that period?
It makes it artsy.
I guess.
It's like Yukitsun.com?
Yukitsun period. That's how I always read it.
Yukitsun.camera. I think that is like a domain name. .camera.
Yeah, that's the fan page, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is that. Also, yeah, when this announcement came, I think I said this in the Discord, but it was like, oh man, I'm getting like deja vu of second gen stage. As soon as like Danceable showed up, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going to happen. And I was like half serious about her dancing grad. I'm like, oh wait, it actually happened.
Yeah. So going back to like why now, I can't see her sticking around for a very long time because she's not like a super prominent member. So I guess she'll finish up in January probably. Yeah, I mean, I think Danceable will continue because Uuka.
I mean, it's not gonna die with just Yukitsun, right?
Yeah,
of
course.
I'm pretty sure the question is whether they replace her or they just leave a hole there or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's definitely not gonna be that, like, oh, will Danceable survive this? Like, of course they will.
Yeah, it's all up to what Uuka and Yumi want to do.
So her color was orange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they find a new orange member.
Sad Haru.
Sad Haru.
That's why
she. You guys think?
Is that why she posted her Sailor Venus costume yesterday?
Oh. She wants in. I think Danceable should do that though. Like they should be different.
Yeah, I'm okay with them replacing. Until it's Chihhi, and then I'm like, can't go on.
Danceable. I never liked him in the first place.
No. I'll say they should just have an honorable disbandment and become a part of history.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously like these girls are like oh we love each other blah blah blah. So maybe they're not gonna do that, but I really think they should do it because like being like Quintet Light is not gonna be,
And we already got Quintet Light.
Which is, Lapis Arch, right? So, like, obviously Lapis Arch is not gonna replace anyone, right?
No.
So, like, I think, like, I don't know. So this is like thinking from a outside perspective, right? I'm not a fan of Danceable or whatever. So, like, for me, like, it would make it more exciting if they do that. Like, they replace members rather than, we will always be... These 6 are gonna be the Danceable forever, and then people just keep leaving one by one, right? And then it's gonna be a dead group.
I mean, I think it'll stop when for sure Uuka or Yumi graduates. I think you can't replace them.
You could because like Kojurin's gonna be around. Like
yeah,
that's my point,
solid.
right? Like, so how do they want to take the whole thing? So if they want to consider it as like this dance unit of NMB that that switches members out, then they could. I could foresee it existing. It could actually even lead to Danceable being like the longest like unit that exists.
Well, become the Simpsons of NMB.
but
ran for like 30 years.
But if they want to go the other way, where like, oh, we're all friends, we're never gonna be separated.
I mean, as a fan, and like, they really do have this like vibe together with the 6 of them. And Yukitsun was like the happy chan. She was like the mascot, like make everyone like, elevate the mood of the group.
Yeah, then put Mirai in or something.
I mean, yeah, Danceable.
Yeah. So, I mean, That's what I'm saying, right? Like I think it would make the group interesting. It would like it would like drum up interest, right? Like would like, oh shit, who's gonna be the new member? Or they could even have like a YouTube show about like
Have an
an
audition.
audition for it or something. I don't
Maybe,
know.
yeah.
That
What
could
do
be
you think,
interesting.
Matt?
Yeah, that could be interesting. That whole I think the idea of having like a documentary or something about like the ongoing story of Danceable could be interesting.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, I'm okay. I mean, maybe it's just because I don't like Yukitsun that much, but I'm okay with replacing her. But again,
Welcome to the
like,
club.
I don't want to. I don't want to replace like Chihhi or Yumin.
I remember ninth anniversary. Andy was like, is she supposed to be good at dancing?
I mean, she kind of has like one thing, which is like the popping and
Pop and
locking
lock, right?
dance.
Yeah.
And flossing.
Flossing.
It's not
I'm
a
gonna-
dance.
I'm gonna miss it.
She only does,
She brought it to NMB.
but she never actually does it at Danceable concerts
No, she just does it randomly
on
like
YNN.
whine in, yeah, or in the background.
But yeah. So what do you think about my comparison to Quintet and Lapis Archmat? Because like
yeah, I think it's best to keep them like as like I think they're like not exactly filling the same like fandom or like niche. They're different niches. They're different like groups. So like Danceable will not replace Quintet or Lapis Arch will replace them either. Like they're fulfilling different needs and different interests. So I think they keep their own thing. Just become like this like ongoing group that like kind of cycles through members. I think that could be interesting for them. Exactly. So
right.
obviously, I think but I also see like the point of like as soon as like Yumi and Uuka leave, like they're gonna lose like the huge like push
Yeah.
because they are like the main people carrying it. But obviously, Kojin is also a respectable dancer in her own right.
Yeah, and also I think it's because like it's not a guarantee that all of these girls when they leave they're gonna be Yoshimoto, right? So or that Yoshimoto would be interested in keeping them. So you can't go like, oh, we're gonna be danceable forever even after graduation like Quintet, because like it's not a guarantee that like they can function after graduation. So for example, like Nanaho is like the youngest out of all of them, right? So there could be a universe where like Nanaho is like the only member of Danceable left in
The
NMB.
original member, yeah.
I mean, I could see her replacing Yumin at the leader or something.
I can see that too.
Yeah, and then if you do that, then that just makes like Danceable like a group in NMB that just cycles members, right? I don't know. Like, so obviously, I haven't really thought through this very much. I just think it's a cool idea that to differentiate them from Quintet Lapis Arch.
Yeah.
This is like the most positive we've ever been about Danceable, me and Ryan.
Yeah, I know.
In
I
the
know.
industry. So like Jeff is
and
like
then
loving
Jeff's like
this.
struggling. No, Jeff's struggling with it though, because we're basically suggesting to like blow up like his
because
ideal Danceable.
because what you're being positive about is not even the members I like. It's just the concept.
Hey, you should take anything we give you. This is as much positivity as Matt and I can muster.
I'll say though, like if they do like end up like disbanding, like I don't know, eventually, Danceable Forever would be a really good like concert name. And then like Jim Carrey as the Riddler shows up.
I'm gonna say next like Danceable and Lapis Arch, right? Then
That's Batman and Robin. Arnold like making all these ice puns. Chill out. It was a good discussion. All right, so now real quick, some other graduation housekeeping. So Akarin is still in the group. Kinda like she hasn't really done anything since when she was supposed to originally, which was November 30th.
She went to Okinawa.
to
she
replace
did.
Miru.
All right, yeah, we didn't even have that news. But
Well,
yeah,
that
they
barely-
did Okinawa.
okay, brief news, like the Laugh and Peace Live. NMB sent 6 members, just performed 2 songs in Okinawa.
But one of them was World to People, so it's okay. Wait, did they do World to People?
Yeah, they did.
They did World to People, okay, so it was worth it. Yeah, that happened. But yeah, Akarin's still in the group. But yeah, her stage has been rescheduled to December 21st, so probably like a day or two after you hear this podcast, she'll be gone. And then Yamada Suzu will be leaving the next day on the 22nd. And then Saepii will be leaving the next day on the 23rd.
Yeah,
like
it's going to be like
boom.
every single day there's a graduation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a nice change of pace from like every single day being like, Teppotai or Will Be Idol or whatever.
That's not a nice change of pace.
I guess, yeah. It's a different change of pace, I guess.
Yeah.
Breaks up the tedium, but I guess it's going to be even more tedious because, once you see one graduation stage, it's all the same. Like,
Gradcomment.txt.
Yeah, here's them talking. Here's a slideshow from all the memories.
Here's the awkward Zoom call of all the teammates.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine like Saepii and Akarin has to do it with current team N, right? So it's gonna be like finished in like 5 minutes.
Do you think there'll be like a surprise for Akarin? I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't think Sayaka will show up or
Oh no, of course not.
Or
like,
Yuri.
For the members that have done graduation concerts, the graduation stages are always not special.
Yeah.
Like the most you could say was like Sayaka had 2 double encore songs, and Milky had the Senza, where like the Milky Senbatsu, and that was it.
Yeah, so that probably won't happen.
Yeah.
Well, did Suzu really have a special graduation stage? Maybe Nana can show up.
Suzu's gonna do a CaNARi live before.
Oh, right. They changed that recently. Like, yeah, it's like
yeah.
And
So it's a special.
Isn't it birthday and
grad?
Yeah, because like they're both like right next to each other, back to back.
So grad stages are like really short nowadays, right? So what they did is like basically
tops.
They're gonna do a stage first, and then do the birthday grad stage.
Okay.
So you get your money's worth basically if you go in.
Pretty cool. All right. So that's gonna do it for some grad stage stuff. But while we're on the topic of graduation, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back from the break, we're gonna talk about Saepii's graduation concert. So, see ya in a few seconds. And we're back. So next, let's talk about Saepii's graduation concert, which was earlier this week. So this was at the Oryx Graveyard, Oryx Hall, and weirdly not socially distanced. We saw some photos of people like in the hall.
I mean, in the hall, like you can't avoid that. Apparently the seats were socially distanced, except that if you share the ticket with someone, then you get to sit together.
Yeah, I think that's where I was like, weird.
I
that
mean,
kills the whole point of like.
Yeah, I kind of get.
It presumes that you're like living together or already,
which is not right.
Enough, or you're already in contact with each other. That sitting 2 meters apart doesn't really matter.
Which is true, I guess.
I mean, it's just their way to squeeze more seats in.
Of course.
Is it? Because I think it's still the same number of seats.
No. Because like you can have like consecutive seats now. So every 3 seats, 2 people are sitting there.
Okay.
Why? No. Anyways, whatever. Something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so this concert. Also, they have like a bunch of like random goods that were being sold. Did you buy any, Jeff? Did you buy any Chihhi goods?
I think I want to get the
Keychain.
the Christmas keychains, the Christmas ornaments. They're pretty good.
Yeah, actually, that did look like. Actually, if you were like weeb enough, just buy like a bunch of the member like ornaments, and you could put them on your Christmas tree. They actually could be like decent ornaments. And also, side note for goods, I think they're like going down this path of like, yo, we're gonna hook you up with a whole like dining room set eventually. They've done like the plates, they've done like the bowls, and now they're selling these glasses. The foot glass.
It's shaped like a boot.
Shit, like a boot, and
Or-
it holds like 350 cc, I guess milliliter. Is cc and milliliters the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. Which essentially is like a can of Coke or something, or a can of Strong Zero.
Actually, this isn't Saepii concert goods though. It's just their separate Christmas goods.
This is it's been Christmas goods. Yeah, I just went on a tangent about like
Yeah.
okay, you can set up your Christmas, and then you can also set up
And
your,
they have a muddler, like a
like a drink stirrer.
yeah.
Is that what that is? Just slight tangent. But actually, I kind of want that boot. I kind of want that boot glass.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting it.
It looks kind of nice.
I already bought the freaking Takeda barbecue set.
Yeah. Watch, you just need like a picnic blanket or something, and then like that's like a silverware set, and then I think you said something like whose foot was it commented on, or you have to like see who can fit their foot inside
Yeah.
and I maybe think it's like some Cinderella situation, so whoever can fit their foot into that glass.
Senbatsu.
No, you gotta be the next center. It gets to be the next center. And then they named the song like Cinderella bullshit or whatever. Yeah, that'd be a funny idea. And I think NMB is like dumb enough they would actually do that too. But I don't think actually anyone's.
I don't think anyone's small enough to fit something.
Yeah.
Like that, though.
Maybe Xeon. Or
Or Manatee or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So let's get back to Saepii concert. So Saepii had her concert, and we watched the stream because it was being streamed like on like every site possible. And I was jumping between the concert stream and also the YNN stream, which was like behind the scenes.
I mean, you're the only one who actually cared to watch the YNN stream.
Well, like, okay, I was just doing it between like the boring parts, like jumping between like, okay, well the behind the scenes is being boring. I'm gonna watch the Saepii concert. But yeah, that had like the two comedians from Saepii's show. Is it the same show we talked about earlier?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's those two comedians, and then they would just have like random NMB members come in like between sets and like chat with them. That was neat.
So I watched part of it, and initially I was quite skeptical of having these two guys because they know nothing about NMB besides Saepii. But they were, from what I watched, they were quite good, and from seeing other comments, like people enjoyed it. They had like pretty engaging conversations with the guest members who came on.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would they would try to learn more about NMB, like, oh, you guys like, oh, do theater shows and like, have all these special outfits for each song. So, and then like they also comment about like, oh, this is a totally different side of Saepii that we never see on our show. So it was actually pretty good.
But it also got really weird because there's at one point where the YNN stream and the Saepii stream were like, because they went on stage and they brought the camera on with them.
Oh yeah.
So you got like this like weird two different angles of the same show. And I guess on Open Rec they had like Saepii Oshicam fan cam as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess if you're watching that too, then it would have been really confusing.
So if you were like a super fan, like you would have like 3 screens, I guess. And
Yeah.
like the Oshicam,
You
like
need-
normal one, and then
three,
the YNN.
You need 3 ears to listen to all
That
the
too, yeah.
different audio.
Well, no, like the Saepii Oshicam and the normal one would be the same
Okay.
audio, right?
All right,
But
two
YNN
ears.
is a little off sync.
You need two sets of headphones.
Yeah.
Like I, you know, I'm so ADD that like that would never work for me.
Yeah. But yeah, this concert. So I feel like I've been kind of spoiled because Akarin's grad concert was so good. So Saepii had like a lot of like had a tough act to follow, personally. But I did call that the first song was gonna be Imifu. She did Imifu.
You
Did you call it?
You thought you called it. It was gonna be 2 hours of Imifu.
Imifu solo concert. But yeah, it kind of like she had like a whole like the set list is kind of, if you just look at it, like it looks kind of random, but then actually she has good reasons. Like they're all like based off of like Team
history.
M,
Yeah.
history, Team M, stages, songs,
So, I think
Senbatsu songs.
so Saepii is like a front member, right? So I think a lot of people like forget like where she started.
Yeah.
Because she was part of like second gen Team M who were like, like the forgotten group, right? She wasn't really pushed at the start. So that's why like she's good friends with like Mao Kyun and all of that, because they were that group originally who like management never pushed, because like they were like really close to first gen, right? This first gen started and then 6 months later they were second gen.
Yeah.
So they were basically hired to fill up the theater and not get on TV and all of that.
Yeah.
Because like Saipi's first appearance on, I don't think she ever got into Naniwa Nadeshiko, for example. Like she would have been in like Geinin 2 rather than 1 as well. So she wasn't like, super pushed or anything. So I think like people, so when we were watching this, right, we were kind of surprised. Oh wow, she has like really strong feelings toward Team M. But then if you think about it, it does make sense though, because like it took her 4 years basically to get into Senbatsu. So yeah.
Kind of a long journey for her.
Start from the bottom.
Start from the very bottom.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Because like the other members who had like the story of like, oh, I didn't get into Shonichi, like I took or I was the last position of Shonichi or something like that, right? Like for example, like Suuchan, right? Like how long did it take her to get into Senbatsu? Like a year?
Yeah.
No.
Or like Cocona too, right? Like it would be like a year and a half.
It's been 2 years for Suuchan because she got it in 2018, and then first Senbatsu is 2020. This year is her first Senbatsu.
Date was her first Senbatsu?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like
she got like that push early on, like basically a year later. Yeah, when like, oh, she has boobs.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
when I guess so. Yeah, it took a while, but it wasn't immediate. It's faster than like the normal member trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that just because there is like a lack of like huge power members still in the group, that now if there is like any kind of like talent or gimmick that the management can kind of exploit or make get benefit from, they'll kind of just push that like front of the line as soon as they can.
That's true. Like I remember in like Yokobo Mono, which was 2019. 18.
Yeah,
so it's
Coconut.
like February 2018, right? I remember thinking like it was way too early for Cocona too.
Yeah.
That was her first Senbatsu.
Yeah.
Because
that was also like a tough song.
Yeah, and it didn't really match with her image or anything like that.
And then 2 years later, double center.
Yeah. But so I guess it's as Matt said, Rose. Like there's like less people at the top to fight with. But like in Saipi's case, right? Like she took a really long time. Like when she said that she was last position in second gen, it was actually true.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean when I say justice for second gen and fourth gen. Like they all the gens at those first 4 were so close together that they're all overshadowed by first gen.
Yeah. And then you have like a couple
other than
exceptions.
Other than like 1 or 2, like for example, like you would have like the center.
You cherry pick your your best member from each generation.
Like Aika getting promoted super early.
Well, that was actually bad for her, actually.
Yeah.
Because after the moment she got promoted, they started pushing Kenkyusei. So that was a terrible idea. But yeah. So going back to the set list, like all of the songs make sense. Like I know I slagged on it quite a bit, like on the chord, but like looking back on it, I think it was a really good concert. Like I could have done without all the Milky Memorial section. So
I mean,
Best song
yeah,
of
what can you do?
every member who's like kind of sexy or like pretty,
Or not even. Everyone fucking wants to do Waruki. Like, come on, guys. Can we just have like 1 year without Waruki?
nope. I mean, she did it like last. She was part of the Waruki gimmick last year, right? So
Yeah, the
we
triple Waruki.
we had to bring it back.
At least she brought back like the same costume too. The purple.
The Sayaka one. Yeah.
The purple one, yeah.
But it's like, come on. Like, Heart no Doksenken, really?
Yeah, that one was a little too. Well, that was
And then Zipper.
no. Was she? But she wasn't in it. She picked 2 members, right?
Yeah, it was Sadharu and
Oh yeah, it was
Suuchan.
the NGB.
Yeah.
NGB unit.
Like I don't see the point, and I kind of get what she wanted to do there, but come on, like Heart no Doksenken, really?
Yeah.
And you know what? We had like all these like overplayed songs, right? And then there was no Seishun no Uptime.
I don't think it would have been appropriate for this concert.
Why? Everyone does it.
Eh.
Saika did it.
I mean, well, maybe it might just go back to the whole like second gen, like being like the the neglected child or whatever group.
Oh, so she wanted to end on like Team M song. They even end with Tampopo.
No,
right?
they ended on fucking Ogo.
Well, I think that's like she wanted to slip in some B2 stuff, and the Ogo Diamond is the last song of Renai Kinshi Jore.
Yeah. I thought I told you guys this, right? If they had ended with Tampopo no Keshin, and then after that was like Seishun no Uptime, it would have been okay.
Yeah,
It would have been a great concert, I think.
Yeah. But hey,
But-
she likes Team N too, the current Team N. So
Seiki no Mikata Janai Hiro. You know
Yeah.
that they sang this in Quintet, right?
yeah, that was that quintet.
Yeah.
yeah, but they had
So we just crushed like Jeff's.
but they had
dreams.
the N Shonichi members sing it in the same order.
Did they?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know enough about current Team N to say that. Wait, no, Yuri isn't there. How would they have done that?
Except she's a quitter.
Oh shit!
So they did it exactly as Shonichi, except for the part that wasn't like Shonichi.
Yes. I also only read that at his comment somewhere, so I don't remember.
So the comment was wrong then, because like Yuri wasn't there, Riona wasn't there, Hasa wasn't there. Anyways, what did you think, Matt?
I guess my favorite song from the set list. I liked Bokura no Regata.
Because of
Just
Chihhi.
because like
Because
they
of
had
the
the actual
costumes?
they had the costumes, yeah, which are from the music video.
I thought
like
she
the
would come
weird-
out with the guitar or something, because she always played this in the guitar.
Oh yeah,
But she had
To change costumes.
yeah, change costumes. But I mean, and that's just because like Misaki was on. This is the one Misaki did, and she just looked like terrified of being on stage for this.
What, Regatta? What was she
Yeah.
on? Different?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she
the one she
was.
was on. Like in the back, of course.
She had to wear the big costume.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
that's funny.
What do you think about Nageki no Figure, Matt?
I don't like that song.
What? Cocona was on it.
But I don't like the song, so it cancels out.
No, you're
Members
supposed.
can't save a song if it's bad.
Clearly, you don't like the member enough.
Nope.
How about Tokonoma then?
That was okay. I was fine with it until everyone kept on saying it's a better World to People. And I'm like, no.
Well, I agree with you there, Matt. Like, I think Tokonoma is a pretty shit song. So
yeah, as long as it doesn't like as long as people don't try to compare it to World to People, it's fine.
Ooh-ha is better than whoa whoa whoa.
No, I can't agree with you there.
So let's just okay, Jeff.
Yeah, I
say
mean,
Regatta again, right?
just, huh?
You're gonna say Regatta.
Yes, best song, P Center. Thank you, Sae-sama.
All right, I remember this comment from Andy. It was hilarious. He's like, "Oh yeah, the thing I hate about the new NMB is now Chihhi can be center in anything."
Oh, yeah, I remember that was hilarious.
And then he took that comment back like a coward.
What did he say?
He's like not really. He's like JK.
He said JK.
Oh,
It's okay.
Coward.
It's okay, Andy. I don't actually get offended because I'm numb to it by now.
You take everything Andy says with like a grain of salt anyway. So actually, if he is saying something nice, you can't trust that either.
It's fine. Andy will never say anything nice about Chihhi.
Anyway,
Yeah, I mean overall, just going back, you can really appreciate this if you followed Saepii for a long time and like all the throwbacks she did to like, especially because I got into NMB because of Fujie Team M, which Saepii was on. So all the songs like Kanjo ni Naremasu ka, or like which one? I'm looking at the list. Yeah, the Kokoro no Hashi no Sofa. Like all the feels came back. Yeah, so then in retrospect, now the Milky Corner seems really out of place from all that.
Right. I mean, it's obviously okay. Just to be clear, right, in case anyone gets confused because of what we're saying, it wasn't a Milky Corner. It just turned out to be like that because they kept singing like Milky songs.
yeah, I think it was just part of like they're like, oh, we want to like get you pumped early on.
I mean, I think that was trying to feed to all the like more recent Saepii fans who it's like, oh, she's like the most beautiful face or whatever.
Yeah, I mean everyone loves Waruki, right? Like we bitch about Waruki all the time, but then
No,
if
it's just
you're-
you
if
that
you're
bitches about
Oshi-
Waruki, really.
Really?
I'm
Is it
okay
just
with
me?
Waruki.
I was
I'm
okay
with
seeing it again. It's her last chance. Let her do it.
Okay, so I bitch about Waruki all the time, but I mean fans are happy to see Waruki. That's why they keep singing it.
Yes.
We
You're
need, like,
you're
so
a
we
loud
didn't have, like-
minority.
Yeah, if we didn't have like the quiet concerts or whatever, you just start audibly booing whenever Waruki comes on. Send him a message.
I should.
If not a boo, just like an audible like groan.
Well,
like,
you have to
like collectively.
you have to go. You have to beat out all the fangirl screams.
Yeah.
I should go like Chozetsu kawaii Mirki.
Pay respect to the original.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm so over Waruki because like that's that's so because like Session no Rap Time was not performed today. Like I think Waruki is like the most performed song in the last few months.
Yeah. I guess I could say I did like Zipper
Really?
because Akarin was in there. I think that's her first time doing. No, it wasn't her first time doing that.
No, she's done it a couple of times now.
Yeah. Ryan, your favorite part?
Oh, I mean, I think we all
I think
have
we're
the same
we're
answer,
we're
right?
saving. I think we're saving like the big thing we're going to talk about. But yeah, if you have any other thoughts,
Other than that,
yeah.
wait, I'm going through the list. I thought Kato's hair was really cute.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. And then she immediately changed it back to whatever it was before.
Yeah, which is horrible.
The next day.
Yeah, she just keep the Saepii hair.
Yeah, she did the like diagonal bangs that Saepii used to do.
Yeah, it's really good.
You don't like her normal hair?
It's okay. I mean, she's young, so the no bangs look works for her.
I mean,
she does the forehead look.
It's basically she's always done it. So
yeah, the forehead, exposed forehead, which Misaki does a lot also. So I think it's like a lowly thing. Even though Misaki looks better when she does have the bangs.
Yeah, I agree.
Other than that, I mean, it was a lot of like Team M throwbacks, and I wasn't really like a big fan of Team M, to be quite honest. But I liked it. It was nice. Like, I was gonna say, like, so I bitched about Waruki and Hatnadox and Ken and Zipper, right? I forgot to bitch about Dear J. So
yeah, that's like a really weird take. Yeah,
because like she's like like the last few quintet concerts, right? They would do like solo corners, and like the members would change the solo part except for Saepii, because both times she did Dear J. And then when she came out this time with like the exact same outfit, I was like, oh fuck, she's doing Dear J again. It's okay, I guess. Like, I mean, I guess it works for her. But I just thought it was weird because like she really loves this song, I guess. Or like she didn't really want to learn a new. Like,
yeah,
new
I was gonna say that. Like they didn't have much time to rehearse for this.
Yeah. I thought like Tampopo Nakeshin was great. Like I really love this song. So it's great for like, like please cry moment.
Yeah, he also had like Yuhi Omite Rukana before that too.
Yeah. So it's a double punch.
It's all part of the encore feels moment.
Yeah. And then it goes to Segi Mikata and Janai Hiro, which doesn't like fucking work.
Yeah. Just killed the mood.
Yeah.
One last I like the nice surprise guest members. So we had Airi and Malkyun.
Oh yeah. I forgot to talk about the guests.
And
when did they show up? Which song? Fuck, I can't remember.
Kokoro no Hashi no Sofa.
Oh yeah. Because I was joking that it should have been Rainyan, right?
Yeah.
Because this was her unit in
Team M Reset.
Team M Reset, yeah.
Yeah. So it was nice that they came.
So
Actually, when they showed up, I was like, oh shit. I mean, Quintet might show up as well.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh shit, like Quintet might show up.
Like
but...
if you have guests, yeah, that means like it kind of opens the floodgates.
Yeah, and then Suuchan. We forgot to talk about Suuchan.
Oh yeah, Suuchan did show up. It was like, okay, yeah, Fuchan's like she like went from like being like falling off the face of the planet for a while, and now she's like coming back.
Yeah. That's
when
good.
Did she show up?
They did the Fusai song, whichever one that is. I'm gonna assume it's the Abatamo Ekubo
Fukurao. I still don't know what that song means.
Yeah, no one cares.
It's all in hiragana. Okay. So then, let's get to the probably like the highlight of the whole show. And that's her graduation, her speech.
I guess this is the first time like we actually like call a speech the highlight of the show.
Yeah.
It's usually like I was like, to set it up though, like I was half paying attention to the speech because like like when it started it just sounded like the graduation comment at
TXT.
Right?
Yeah, same.
So when she dropped the bomb, I was like, holy shit, what did she say? And I think like Jeff was the first one who reacted to it.
Yeah.
So like, holy shit, what? Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Go ahead, man.
Not moving on.
Not moving on.
Yeah, this cool thing happened. Okay, let's move on. You have to find out yourself, which actually you could. So she kind of gave a speech like talking about like her journey through NMB, going from the back row to rising up to the top. And then near the end, she's like, okay, and I want to thank my family. Kind of lists like, okay, my father, brother, grandma, grandpa, cousins. And then she like ends it like, also I want to thank my mother who went to heaven when I was in the 3rd grade of high school.
Yeah. which was a bombshell because like I tried.
Did she
I tried
never mention this
remembering.
before? Or
No, she has never mentioned it before. And I mean, she's like super private person in general, right?
Yeah,
So we
I think
don't
in
know.
general, everyone probably keeps that stuff
No,
under.
most people talk about it.
No, I mean,
If
like,
it happens while you're a member. Well,
Have-
that's not true. Like,
I don't think
Emichi's
that's
like
happened.
grandpa died or something too.
I mean, the only one I can think of is Nagisa's cat.
I mean, that's a pet, and she appeared. She was appeared on Twitter all the time.
She appeared
Her
on
cat
TV.
is why I like Nagisa.
You like cats?
I like cats also, but also I think that's why I started like following Nagisa. I'm like, oh, she's really funny. Her whole like Itaeda Shy thing, and then her like Neko Gakuen, where she was harassing me. But yeah, anyway, yeah. But her dad talking about her mother died.
Yeah.
And it's like giving this and it's like real like emotional moment. It's like, oh shit, she just got real.
Yeah.
And
it was like a super emotional speech. Like
Yeah.
I got like weepy at it.
I mean, she
Yeah.
and she doesn't cry much either, right?
Yeah. No, never.
Yeah.
And she just cried.
She didn't like do a full breakdown.
No, she didn't. But like, she
Definitely got like teary eyed. You could definitely like you could her voice started like trembling.
Yeah.
But like she didn't go into full on like waterworks. It was such a significant moment that we actually felt compelled to like translate this right and put out like a subtitled video of it. And I think everyone on Twitter who saw it then like, oh shit.
A lot of people commented on the third video, right?
Yeah.
Which is where she dropped the bombshell.
Yeah. And I remember I think some people were like, man, it's too early in the day for me to be seeing this. And I kept on like egging people on, like, hey, in case you want to be depressed today, here's this video. But it's I've been like watching it and like it's been doing pretty well. Like a lot of people have been commenting on it and like liking, retweeting it.
Yeah.
So good work.
Yeah, and that's what she wanted, right? That's why she said it in her speech.
Yeah.
Like she wants everyone to know she had such a loving, caring mother.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see so like some reporter or whatever, or maybe a fan did it, like went through like all her tweets
Yeah, I saw that.
and found that like she would like greet her mother happy birthday every year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like it was like heartbreaking too, like how it changed
When you realize,
when you realize she dies. Because like in 2014, like she greeted her mother happy birthday and she said like, oh, I bought a gift for her and I gave it to her. And then the years after that, it was like, it's my mother's birthday, please greet her.
Yeah, and then I think
She skips a year.
right after she also said like, oh, I really want to eat my mom's cooking right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Damn.
It was heartbreaking. Yeah, so you should go. Stop listening to us talk about it.
Stop listening. Stop crying because we're probably like
breaking down about
breaking down tears turn into like us break it down.
Yeah.
It's on Teppen Subs, the Twitter account. You can find it.
Yeah.
It's a 3-part series. It's a 3-part video. Part
Maybe you should put it up on the thumbnail.
Yeah,
comment.
I'll put in the
Just
link
whole thing.
stuff too as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely check it out. It's a real good speech. And then like the way she like then transitions to it is just like, now I want you to like experience like the fruits of my labors and the fruit of my 9 years of being in the group. But she used like a pun of Kesho, which I guess I didn't quite understand the pun because Kesho isn't like crystal.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean it's
you
crystal and it's.
You can say it's like the crystallization of my work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that doesn't make sense in English, so you
Yeah.
had to use
fruits of my labor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's saying Kesho, which is probably like probably one of the most like epic renditions of that song. It's a solo, and then they use the screen and they have like these like giant crystal like angel wings.
Oh my! Yeah, with the
Behind her.
fucking like wings. Yeah, that was amazing. Except that like a lot of pictures were taken
Yeah,
on
off
an
to-
Like
angle,
off to the
so,
side. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
They
The whole
couldn't get a
point-
direct.
Yeah, the whole point was like take a shot from the middle. So I guess the people in RX had like a good visual, and we
Yeah.
had like a weird like angle.
Yeah. Or be like too zoomed in on her face or something, so you can't even see what's going
wings,
on.
right? Yeah.
But
I
definitely-
think, yeah. I mean, you know what? I really love Kesho in general. Like, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
an
a good
awesome,
song.
awesome song, right? And then I think like this rendition by Saepii just like put it up another level.
Yeah, I think after like I was watching like the whole like speech, like the translated speech, I went and looked up Kesho, like just find like a random video. I think I found like the acoustic version they did like at, I think it must have been 2014, like maybe
Oh yeah, with Sayaka and
no Sayaka, but it was like Keiichi, Shu, Nagisa. It was like 5 or 6 members,
oh
but it was like an acoustic version of Kesho
yeah, it's amazing, right?
until the very last like verse or whatever. Then they kind of bring it in,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, ideally it would have been like, okay, like she says, okay, listen to Kesho, and then like have the clip of Kesho, but I don't think we actually had the clip of Kesho. But yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
look
You should
for it.
probably like we should have done it like with the song performance as well.
Yeah,
Anyways,
But then
we're not gonna do a production meeting here, but
yeah. we have another production meeting coming later at the end of the show, so you'll hear about that later. Yeah, but I think that kind of gets saved the concert really. Honestly, I was not feeling the concert a whole lot until that point, and then like those 3 encore songs were great, and as you said, they did Station No Lap Time wasn't perfect, but yeah, Saepii grad concert.
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that she's graduating because like, I think I became a fan of her after that speech.
It's too late.
It's like
That's-
shit.
that's-
Like now I want to buy tickets for her.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, it wasn't really. I don't think it was her her objective, right? To like use her. I think it was a complete opposite, right? She didn't want to use her family's tragedy to like get pity from fans.
Yeah.
Which I think is even more impressive because
Yeah.
I think what so I actually found this out from the channel was there was actually a time when she was absent. I think it was when her mother died.
Mhm.
And there were a lot of rumors going around saying that, oh, she got suspended, like, Akarin or whatever. Imagine that, right? Like, your fucking mother dies, and then, like, people start talking about, like, oh, you got into a scandal, that's why you're not showing up on in the theater. And she, like, just, like, took all that, right? And never, like...
Kind of ignored it or...
Yeah. Which is like really impressive, and I think like it speaks to like how strong she is, like, and how
mature.
she's like how much of a private person she is. She's nuts though, like at that level. Like I know like Yuri is like super private too, but like I think like Saepii takes it like to a next level. Then you have like Nagisa who talks about her family all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and that's to say is that like there's no right or wrong way of doing this, right? That's just how like Saepii has chosen to do it. Yeah.
So yeah, next then so we kind of dipped into a little bit about the TEPPEN sub situation right now. So I mean, just to give you a quick update. I think all episode 1, season 1 is up on TEPPEN subs.
Thank you to Groovy for that.
Yeah, thank you. The 7th gen is also being worked on by Andy. I think slowly as quickly as they can do. I think they're just doing everything by themselves. And then I also finished subbing, or at least translating, the Burari Jinro in Hiropa video from Koi Naka no Thank You. So now I just got to time that and get that all checked, which is a really funny video to watch. I recommend watching that. So that's probably up later next week. Check that out. That's the TEPPEN subs update. Next then, let's move on to event report. So we had some more calls in the last week or so. I finally had a call with Misaki.
Yes, the first one's for Koi Nanka.
Yeah, Koi Nanka no Thank You. Finally happened. And this, for some reason, I was like, I should have expected this, with her because she's a 12-year-old girl. And I'm like disappointed.
That's why I kept telling you. I kept telling you, like, she's 12 years old, man.
She's not gonna be able to talk that much.
And it's her very first event.
Event. So I'm like, yeah, but then I felt like I kind of warmed up to her, even like leading up to it, like, oh, we had the whole Taco Bell talk on showroom. I'm excited to talk to her.
I thought we had a thing.
Yeah, right. But I have the call with her, and it's kind of like really, like, feels really like
talking to a kid.
Like compared to like other members that I have calls with, like even like first time meeting, like you can still like get like some kind of like friendly banter going on, but she was like kind of stone cold, or at least kind of uncomfortable, I think. And also like the funniest part about the call is like halfway through, she's like, "Well, nice meeting you." And I was like really confused at that point. Like, wait, I still have like 45 seconds left in this call. And I think what my theory is, I think like everyone who like got tickets for it, I think she did sell out that first day. But I think people were just buying like one or two tickets, 2 or 3 tickets for her, so it's like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So I think she was like on this constant like rhythm of pattern, like, okay, yeah, these really short calls, don't need to talk that long. And then this like freaking American guy shows up with like a minute and a half or 2 minutes of
I think
time.
because you left like kind of a hole there, and she thought you were like it was done. That's why she was like, "Oh, yeah. Nice meeting you."
And then in the back of her mind, she's like, "Why is this guy still talking to me?"
Yeah. Where's the countdown?
Yeah, and I'm looking at the camera like, "Oh crap!" And I'm like, "Well, introductions are already done." And then she started asking me like some more questions. Like, "Well, I was gonna do this for another call." Like I was like planning out. So I was getting all stressed out, and then I went through like 3 or 4 different like topics all in one call. So I kind of like wasted like potential future calls. But now I had to like replan stuff.
And you used your secret weapon of Taco Bell.
Yeah, I have another secret weapon. I have a box of Cheez-Its here. I want to show her.
Oh my god!
little preview of what's to come.
Oh Jesus! Of every single topic you're gonna ask her about American snacks and junk food.
Yeah, and random American stuff.
So, I mean, obviously it was disappointing to you, right? But like, I want to know, do you have hope for the others?
Yeah, I think maybe she gets more comfortable doing this. Maybe she won't be.
I mean, like there's like different ways this could go, right? Like, so obviously like her being 12 doesn't change, but
well, I mean, she will be turning 13, like
Oh, okay.
Weeks,
okay,
so that will change.
Yeah, because people flip a switch when they turn 13.
But
hey, you can go to PG-13 movies.
Oh.
But the thing is, like, she's still like it's not going to be her first time anymore, right? I guess so. Maybe it's gonna get better.
It can't get worse.
So. I mean, it could really.
I can. Hey, don't.
I can imagine ways.
I can make it worse. I can make it worse, probably.
Because this is also the first time that you've talked to like a really young member, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and that's like I'm also thinking like the whole time I'm going through this like. I don't know if I should even say this.
Well, don't say it then.
Well, it's like I get paid to talk to like girls her age, students her age. Now I'm spending money to do it. Like it's so stupid.
Well, at least you recognize that it's stupid.
It's stupid. I realize it's so stupid, and I'm like, why am I doing this? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, obviously, we'll see because I have more calls, this weekend. So, if it gets better, maybe I'll buy more for January for the last round. Like I'm already like 6 deep, I think, for all the other days anyway. So, and I think that was like the thing I was like most like looking forward to that day was like the Misaki call. Oh god, like I was like not even like interested in Anchu. Actually, I was telling you guys like I was kind of dreading the Anchu call because I'm like I don't know what I'm gonna talk to her about, and you guys are saying, "Oh, you're gonna Oshihin, you suck, Matt," and then. But then actually I had to call over and actually it went well. It went great.
GG.
Yeah. Where's my GG button? I'll find it. Oh, here it is right here. There it is. Played with that on the call. She thought it was hilarious. That was my secret weapon for Anchu to get back into her. But yeah, I think it's kind of like a weird that could be a discussion point, just like handshake event or call anxieties. Because especially we were talking about like last time, like, oh man, Anchu's like it's like weird, like it's like this like loose cannon, could blow up at any moment. So if I say the wrong thing, I don't want to make her upset, and
just starts crying.
Yeah, starts crying, or like it gets awkward and really worse.
Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, I think it went well, and I think actually I have some stuff planned for her I'm looking forward to as well. So there's still hope. Akarin was fun as well.
Do we dare ask Jeff?
Jeff, what you got a Chihhi update? How's Chihhi doing?
It's good, same as usual. Chill. I mean, I freaking danced Nitsuyu in front of her, and she's just laughed at me.
She's still talking to you. Did she bring that up still?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, for the next day after that, I brought it up, and she laughed at me again. But so the one thing is that I bought way fewer for this one because it wasn't the Teppo voting. So then now it feels super weird, waiting an hour between calls that's only 30 seconds long, or a minute. I had much longer matome last time because I bought a ton for voting.
I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
The letdown after a voting single. It's always holy shit, I have so few tickets. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, and then now can't even spread it out in a real event. They force you to matome it in every slot.
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I think I will say I think I figured out the trick with the getting short times and maybe just coincidence. But the times I've had multiple members in the same slot, the calls were the waits were much shorter. For this one, I was Kageake for Anchu. Because it was 10 o'clock on the dot. Well, technically it started 10:16 because I guess technical issues and started late. But my schedule time was 10 o'clock on the dot. Mm-hmm. And then Hatakana was 3 minutes later.
Oh wow, that doesn't give you much time to mentally prepare.
Or save and edit my record. What? Well, sorry, I think I might cut out there. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
So hold on. So
yes.
What's the trick?
I think you need to buy more members.
If you get
you gotta be DD.
If you get multiple members,
I think they have to somehow work with your schedule somehow.
Not one person in the same
There's
slot.
there's probably a computer program that they use, right? That fills up the slots.
Yeah.
I think I had Nagisa and Miru within the first 10 minutes of a section, and they were 3 minutes apart from each other as well.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. You just want to get it over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, it's great.
So for the way it works, they reveal the time 15 minutes before the slot starts. Mm-hmm. And then in the previous single, since I bought a lot, they usually put them near the beginning of the slot. So I only had to wait 5-10 minutes max. But then this past Sunday or Saturday, I was waiting 20-30 minutes just to do 2 or 3 tickets. So it's really annoying. It just keeps you sitting at your computer waiting. You can't even relax.
Yeah, I think I had the same issue of Misaki as well because I think I got pushed back 10 minutes from my original starting time. But I think it's just because she had so many people going in. Yeah, but I also can't test it. I know with at least two members, it definitely gives you a short wait time. I'm not sure if there's a limit if you have because in a normal handshake event you wouldn't want to have 5 members in the same slot because you'll just run out of time.
I wonder if you do that, what happens?
I just want to try to test the limits of this.
Just fuck with them, right?
I've heard of someone doing 4 in one slot.
I mean, theoretically, it's possible. You could in an actual handshake, if you go for a kageake, I mean, especially
or even
in
the
NMB,
pre-queue, even the pre-queue, yeah.
Yeah. So hold on, let me pull that back. Especially with NMB, unless you're going to like Sayaka or Miru or something,
Yeah.
like you could theoretically do like 10 members a slot. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah, yeah,
matter.
yeah.
But yeah, I was trying to think because like I've had friends who'd like failed like multiple tickets because like they had to move members. Because like if you're lining up for like Sayaka, obviously like you have to accept that that's your only line for the slot.
Pretty much, yeah.
And like it depends on the slot, but then Yuri and Miru would have it would be really hard to do like more than 2 or 3 sometimes.
Yeah, and it got worse when they started, like, if you like, talk about the AKB ones, where like they started doing like the signs and the 2 shots and all the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
extra
yeah.
bullshit.
That got like way worse.
Yeah, and like certain members like would just take forever doing the signs, so just wasting time waiting in line. Then I also had that problem too, because like when I was like in my like super all 48 fandom, where I was like literally like running across like different parts of the hall, going to like the SKE section, going to the HKT section, going to the NMB section. Like I may have had like 4 members in one slot, and I could just barely make it.
I had that phase.
Yeah, it's hell.
It's a good thing I never had to do shit like that.
But it seems like with the new system, like the Fortune Meets thing that like Takamichi is doing, which hopefully NMB doesn't do it, but they could do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. It is more similar to like the actual handshake event where you actually have to like queue up in line. They check your ID. You finish but you can also not Motome, or you only Motome up to 5, but you can do multiple loops.
Yeah, with
but they still have the whole like they still have like the reception, like you have to get in before the reception period.
Yeah, with live for AKB is like that.
Yeah, and it's like that sounds bad.
Yeah,
like I guess it could be bad and good, because I've also heard like that's where like if you have multiple members you could be screwed because they are separate rooms and lobbies. But yeah,
especially have you guys done like Intex Osaka for AKB?
Yes, or no, only NMB.
No. Yeah, it's completely different for AKB because like they don't have enough halls for AKB, so they would take over like 2 or 3 floors. And it's stupid because then you have to like go up or down.
That's really dumb. That sounds dumb.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that's just like some insights into like the online calls and talks. So if you're actually already planning to do some of those, it kind of gives some tips and ideas what to expect for that. Next, let's get into the comment corner. So we have quite a few comments I've pulled from Discord and YouTube. First one comes from Ahu. He says, Seishun Nembutsu is a bop, so I'm kind of surprised you guys didn't like it. I thought Matt liked the poppy upbeat tunes. Also, P.S. Have you considered telling Misaki about the podcast?
Yeah. Actually, going back and listening, I hadn't really sat down and listened to all the B-sides enough times back when we did it last month. But yeah, listening to it again, I quite like it. Seishin Nembutsu.
Even the fart horns?
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't think I want to tell Misaki about the podcast, especially when we've kind of like, not... Maybe
Probably not a good idea.
Not a good idea yet. Maybe when she's older.
Also, we swear. Yeah, we swear a lot in this.
Yeah. I mean... Maybe I can start teaching her swear words on the call. No.
Hey, I told Chihhi about this, and she's like, "Oh, I'll listen to it." And like, do you understand English?
Still waiting for her comment.
Yes.
Okay. Next comment from Envy Mea. The little Senbatsu talk was also interesting. If there's 2 free spots plus probably Yumin, in parentheses, but probably Yumin spot goes to Miki. They might always drop Karen and Momone. So we have Sadharu, Hinacho, and Hasa. Maybe Yuna could get a shot, but probably not a 7th Jin. Yeah, so I think we're talking about like possible Senbatsu positions.
We can go on and on about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is like a topic that like everyone loves talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like Senbatsu predictions. I think they've got it right though. Like so Akarin and Saepii, then Yumin. But then that actually brings it down to 15, not and most senbatsus are 16. So if they want to just go with a normal size senbatsu for the next one, then that means only one slot is available.
Yeah.
And if it's Hasa, then if Hasa comes back, then it's Hasa, right?
You think it's guaranteed to be Hasa? I think
I
they're
don't
give her
think she's
one out,
I
Mikana, because Mikana got one out when she was on break. And
I
came
agree.
back.
I think they might sit her out just so they have the flexibility.
Well, it depends on when she comes back, though.
Yeah.
So Mikana came back
Yeah.
like a month before Date. So they couldn't. I mean, they could, but they didn't, right? Because like Yuri got into senbatsu while on hiatus.
Oh
So, yeah, she did Yokubo Mono while on hiatus.
Did in quotes.
She should have been the center for that. I will take that to my grave.
That's a lonely grave for you.
Anyways, so I don't know. So I don't know about Hasa. I think they love her enough that she will come back to Senbatsu. But I mean, it does depend on when she comes back though. Like if she comes back in January, like the Yuri Mikana pattern, then I think that's plenty of time before the next single.
Mm.
But I don't know. So I can't see like Sadharu or Hinacho like being put above Hasa.
Oh, but Sadharu is selling insane, but we all suspect that it's just whales.
Yeah, it's Wales. So I don't know. Like it's hard to say. Like obviously, like I mean, I'm not that much of a fan of Sadharu, but then like obviously there are a lot of she has fans, right? But like I can't see what she brings to the table over like Hasa. But I don't think the argument is like Sadharu versus Hasa, to be honest. Like it's gonna be like Sadharu Hasa, then Shinshin Harakaren.
Yeah.
Which are the bottom of the senbatsu. I think I mentioned this. Like the bottom of the senbatsu is Shinshin, Karen, I think it's Keito, Wakapon, and Chihhi.
I think Wakapon's a little higher.
Yeah, she's the highest of the people I mentioned.
Chihhi pulled ahead of Momone and Uuka in the past 2 weeks for shake sales.
Oh, okay. Well, you're talking about handshake sales. I'm talking about like
position.
Okay, yeah.
So they're the bottom positions, right? So I could see obviously I really believe that like Shinshin and Harakaren are in danger. Like if they're gonna remove if they want to put in like Hinacho and Sadharu, right? Like I think those two could be kicked off.
Yeah, and they haven't undergone the drop them like mental test yet. So
that's true. But I think it might break Harakaren though.
Yeah, it's like COVID. You can get it and then get immunity, but then it might kill you.
So what do you call Chihhi? She's like one of those people who
she already had it
or something. Yeah.
No, she had SARS-CoV-1. She was dropped 2 years ago.
And then she got like swine flu, and
then SARS.
SARS too. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously Jeff is on this call, right? So, but I really think, like, I don't know, like I think like Wakapon and Keito are safe.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, Keito's kind of iffy because of her sales, but I mean, management loves her.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Keito's gonna get dropped. So if they're gonna drop anyone, it's gonna be like Shinshin, Karen, or like Chihhi.
Maybe Momone.
Maybe
especially now with the whole.
You know what?
Sales.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot about that. Like maybe they give Momone the test, but like they fucked her. They fucked with her quite a bit though. So I don't know. So because like she's pretty high, right, position wise.
Yeah, but I think as we said before, like they'll keep on giving her chances until they can't anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Next comment from Suzu. So actually, do you think Boko Ekaire had the best B-sides for an NMB single? Only thing it gets the short end of the stick compared to Kitakin is because Bokuei Kaire as an A-side is just shite.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great
Yeah.
B-sides.
What are the B-sides?
Gutsuki
Pom pom
Girls.
pom pom pom.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Gutsuki Girls.
And
Girls. The Dugong song.
and Yasashisa no Inazuma.
Oh, okay, then puts it right below the list then. Sorry, Suzu.
Oh.
Like whichever one has like Tayo Sakamichi Noboru is pretty good.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. Because the name is Suzu, so
Oh.
Oh, okay.
just wanted to connect that.
Or good timing.
Her one center.
Okay, yeah. All right. Next from Jerison Ration. I want to go try Gogoichi Horai pork buns when I go to Osaka
Yes.
after the coronavirus.
You should, yes.
Yeah, we recommend it. Takoyaki Party, seal of approval.
Yeah.
And then he was surprised that Koinaka no Thank You beat twice as single because they both came out the same week.
The same day.
Same day, yeah.
I mean,
well,
I think isn't it like as like the
handshakes.
Japan version? It's a Japan version, and like the Japan
Yeah, it's
version
a
kind of gets sent to death.
Twice's Japan releases are kind of throwaways, and it also came like a month after another Japan release, their Korean release. I bought
So
both.
do the Korean releases do better in Japan?
Yeah, for sure. In Japan, I'm actually not sure. You have to import them, so I don't know how they count the sales. I bought both of these, but I bought way more Koinanka for obvious reasons. Because I want the NMB Hanashikai, not the like 5 sec twice online high touch.
Yeah. He said he got the M version, or is it the B version? Type M version of the single.
They said it's the M version. Yeah.
And he thinks like the section in Koinaka music video is with Cocona and Ayaka, in the photo shoot, gives all the same vibes as like Sayaka and Milky, being the next centers. Yeah, okay.
Really? Yeah. I think the whole thing is like extremely biased towards Cocona then.
Yeah.
Then what would that be then for Sayaka and Milky? Would that be?
It'd be Sayaka then.
I guess.
Which is like it doesn't match though because Ayan is Sayaka.
The name.
Because of the name,
yeah, the kanjis are the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, early on, what Milky was the preferred one.
Well,
Right,
Milky
so
was the first one who like Sayaka has never actually like shown any kind of preference towards Ayan.
Yeah.
So Ayan's like biggest fan was Milky.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, he also says Cameron is probably the best head of staff, most approachable of all groups related to AKB48.
You know what? So these kinds of things, right? Like I really don't like getting into them. Like obviously, like NMB fans love Cameron.
Yeah.
But I mean, because he's been around forever, right? But then we don't really know who the staff are. Like everyone loves Akira, for example, right? But then members always say like there's like a ton of other dance teachers. The thing that they only show Akira because he's funny on videos because of all his like weird speeches.
Yeah.
And it, like his like the weird like
his clothes and hair.
Clothes and hair. Yeah.
And
yeah.
He like shows up in a convertible or something.
Apparently he does, according to IP.
Yeah. Lastly, I guess we kind of already answered this earlier, but do you think Sumire Yokono's photo book will be the highest selling photo book of the year?
I hope so. Probably not.
In NMB, yeah.
In NMB, yes.
Going up against Sakamichi bullshit.
I'm gonna assume that like Shirai Shimai's ones sells more. For just 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's going to do it for the comments. So, yeah, if you have a comment for the show, you can do so by leaving them in the YouTube comment section, or you can also post about them in the Discord, the NMB International Discord channel. That we have a link in the description. We appreciate your comments whenever you comment every month. And we actually have a big community like comment contribution moment coming up later this month, and that is the Golden Takoyaki Awards 2020. So it's our annual end of the year award show. We're changing the format this year, kind of incorporating the fan vote more. So how this is going to work is we have the categories, and you can vote for them through a Google form that I lovingly created. And just kind of give a lowdown of the categories. You have MVP, Spotlight Stealer Award, Most Disappointing Member, could use the Improvement Award, Best Song of 2020, Best Old Song of 2020, Worst Song of 2020, and these are all about NMB, preferably. Best Concert or Event of 2020, Best Show that's like not a concert or live of 2020, the F 2020 Award, which is basically the worst thing that happened to NMB this year. And then we have the F 2020 Award, which is a positive or really good thing to happen to NMB in light of the whole 2020 situation.
So this is with the caveats, right? It's not just in general what was the best thing. It was what was the best thing in light of the situation.
Yeah. So kind of example would be them doing a bunch of online stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
So it's not just for example,
but not best thing of NMB.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just what's the best thing that NMB kind of reacted or responded to 2020. Yeah.
So for example, if 24, if your best thing was YNN 24, it wouldn't qualify for this because it's not in spite of Corona.
Yeah, it's gonna happen unless they do some weird Zoom bullshit stuff.
Yeah, like Natsurimo or something. Yeah. Natsurimo would qualify for this.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's kind
of
it. Yeah.
Is it okay? I mean, you went through all the awards, right?
Yeah.
Do we think any of these are confusing?
No, they're. He wrote.
The Spotlight Stealer one, I think, is the confusing one.
It's a confusing one, yeah. So it's basically the member who kind of you noticed this year, who kind of kind of stepped up and
it's the up and coming thing, I guess.
Up and coming,
up and coming to you personally.
Yeah, the Oshi Stealer maybe. The Oshi.
what does K-pop has a stupid name for this.
The
bias wrecker.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the last time we ever say that in this podcast.
Yeah.
Until you read all the comments next, I'll say bias wrecker.
Get the SEO
up. No, Matt's gonna beep them all out.
Yeah.
So I guess the only thing is there's no new member award. I think we talked about this earlier.
We talked about this off the air, but it's kind of because the only new members are 7th Gen. Yeah. I think previous years we split did the same split as NMB, where you have the pre-5th Gen and 5th Gen and beyond groups. Yeah. But because current NMB is 80%, 90%.
Post 5th Gen.
New generation.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of dumb. It's basically might as well just be all of NMB at that point. Yeah. So it's kind of
we can play it by ear.
Play it by ear. Yeah, they may adjust. But yeah, we have all the categories and kind of have a deeper explanation of each category on the Google form. So there'll be a link to that on the YouTube page, and also it'll be posted on Twitter. I'm not sure when exactly we will be doing the award show because schedules and stuff. Hopefully by the end of the year. I'm thinking. So.
Or it's a new year.
It's okay. The Academy Awards are in January.
Yes, true.
Aren't the Academy Awards in March?
I thought it was January or February.
No, I think it's in March. Anyways, whatever. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll kind of give you a rough idea about deadlines, and also as a special treat, if you participate in these in the voting process, you may also be eligible to win a prize, a wonderful NMB themed prize.
Ooh.
Which we actually kind of decided to do super last minute, and we found some cool prize ideas and also some really dumb prize ideas to figure out.
We should talk about them though, because give
you an idea.
If we want people to be excited about want people to want to contribute to this,
And it is also an option if you don't care about the prizes. You can totally just vote and not do the prizes. I put that in there as well. I think some prizes we were looking at was like CDs. So like 'cause we have a lot of like Date Date and big Date Date Koinanka CDs. We'll see like a copy of that of each.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jeff. We have like the photo cards, not photo cards, the phone cards, ring phone cards, which are little cards with the member photo on there that you could use to get a phone call, pre-recorded phone call message with the member.
Well,
these are expired, so you can't actually get them.
They're expired.
But you can get the photo. And it's a nice little trinket, I guess.
I mean, for people who like photos, it's probably nice.
Yeah.
So I have the Akarin message boards.
Yeah.
So I actually have 3 of them.
Oh.
So I don't know how we distribute that, like one person, one board, or like I don't think it makes sense to give 3 of them to one person, right?
Yeah, no, I think I kind of like put like 1 prize per winner, and it's kind of based on how many people we actually have participating. Like if it's like 3 people participating, sure everyone wins something, but it probably won't like give all. It won't be like a prize package. It'll just be like we'll see. It's kind of played by ear.
Yeah.
So everyone may get something. Some people may not get anything. And I'll just do it as some like random giveaway app. I have never done a giveaway actually ever, so I don't know how that goes down. But it'll be fair. And actually, I'll be covering the shipping costs. So.
Oh, Santa Mat's
coming in 2021. Yeah. So yes, yeah. If you vote, you can totally win these prizes. They're cool. The dumb prizes I was thinking was like a box full of CDs. That'd be really bad to ship.
That's too expensive, man.
I was also thinking like a signed copy of Ota People, but signed by me.
That would be hilarious.
There might be some. I think Vladimir might want that. I think Vlad might want that. Yeah, so I think we might have a couple of random ideas of stuff to send out. So definitely participate in the vote and look forward to our award podcast coming in hopefully a week or two, a couple weeks. We'll see. And with that, that's going to do it for this edition of NMB Takoyaki Party. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you again next year with a normal edition of NMB Takoyaki Party after our awards